Yes, I didn't see him. What are you looking so sad about, Jack?
I'm surprised. I mean, I'm really insulted. That's not right, what you just said.
What do you mean, what I just said?
I mean, I'm getting a drink of water. I'm late getting home, but you talk. I said something about the greatest heavyweight champ, man. I mean, I'm a hometown man, and you talking about Joe Louis, man. Joe Louis wouldn't be nothing for me. Joe, I tell you, Joe, do you think you would have stood a chance with me?
Well, Clay, one time during my career, I went on a Formula One tour.
I would have been a bum compared to you.
What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. That's right. You know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. Miss Cass, Cam J Network, Ray Patterson. Salute to everyone and welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, the Boxtorian. Today, Bud-Canelo, open panel discussion. Has the family today. Excuse me. Yeah, we're just going to talk about this weekend's action. Not just Bud-Canelo, Monster MJ. I didn't see Monster MJ, but it was a wide decision for Monster. We got Cam J Network. Everybody, please subscribe to Cam J Network. Doing great work over there. We talk about the consistency in the dictionary. Put a picture of Cam J beside it. Salute, Cam J. Appreciate you. And Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? Yeah, we're going to take a look at this fight. We're going to have our fight of the day. And then I'm going to drop the link about 2:30 around in there. Tomorrow we're gonna do a tribute to Ricky Hatton, who passed away, just 46 years old. You know how we do that. We're gonna remember Ricky Hatton tomorrow. Just a little bit about his life and career. That's going to be tomorrow. Remembering Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Okay, well, let's do this fight of the day so we can get this link in there and chop up this weekend's action, you know. The link is for everybody, anybody who wants to hit it. But first, let's do the fight of the day, okay? Fight up today. Okay, the fight of the day today is Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, September 13th, 2025. Bud makes history. Crawford versus Alvarez, today's fight of the day. Okay, let's go. Terence Crawford made history on Saturday night in Las Vegas, outpointing Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision to become the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Before a record crowd of 70,482 at Allegiant Stadium, the largest boxing audience in the city's history, with a vast majority in support of Alvarez, the 37-year-old Crawford moved up 2 weight classes to hand the Mexican superstar only the 3rd defeat of his career. The judges had it: 116-112, 115-113, and 115-113, all for Crawford, who improves to 42 wins, no losses, 31 knockouts. By the way, I had it 118-110, 10-2 for Crawford. What's up, Al Booger? Fight of the day today is Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Al Booger, that's today's fight of the day. Yeah, we didn't go that far back in history for this one, just like a couple days. But it's history, right? It's history. So salute, Al Booger. Yeah, I had it 118-110. I had it 10-2 for Bud. They need to do something about these judges, man, because that's the same thing in the Bivol fight. 115-113. Come on, man. Show me 5, what's that, 7-5? They should take those 2 judges to the side and say, now show me your 5 rounds for Canelo. I bet you they couldn't do it. And I was picking Canelo in the fight, but it was not no 115-113. But let's go finish the fight, continue the fight of the day. Okay. Now, Crawford was already the first man of the 4-belt era to unify titles in 2 weight classes. The Nebraska now adds a 3rd, an achievement without precedent in modern boxing. Now, Bud is the first man to do it, but the first boxer to get 3 divisions in the 4-belt era is Clarissa Shields. You know, she got junior middleweight, and heavyweight. So Bud is not the first boxer to do it. That's the growth, but he is the first man to accomplish that feat. They having captured world titles in 4 divisions spanning 135 to 154. Crawford now added the 5th at 168. It elevates him from generational talent into the all-time realm of lion-hearted weight jumpers like Harry Greb, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran, and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, that's the lofty company that Bud is in, man. Yeah, very lofty company he's in now, I must say. What's up, Mike Rim? Fight of the day, Mike. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Like I was telling everybody, we didn't go that far back in history for today's fight of the day, but it is history. We just went 2 days back in history today. But salute, Mike. Fight of the day, Crawford versus Alvarez. Let's continue. Okay. Now, the opening rounds were a high-level chess match, brimming with tension between 2 master operators. The switch-hitting Crawford, boxing as a southpaw, worked behind his jab, matching Alvarez's body shots before finding openings upstairs. By the middle rounds, Crawford was no longer just surviving the Mexican's pressure, but dictating the rhythm. Alvarez's feet looked plodding, his jab uncertain, and too often he followed Crawford in straight lines, absorbing punishment without giving much back. That shot right there, that was the last round. Did y'all remember how when Bud hit Canelo with that shot, Canelo turned back around and looked at Bud, he was like, God damn. Remember how he looked at Bud after he landed that shot right there in the 12th round? And that slowed Canelo. Canelo was going for the knockout, stepping to Bud in that 12th round, but after Bud got that shot, that slowed him down some. Okay, now the 6th round marked the turning point in the fight. Crawford began standing his ground in exchanges, landing sharp left hands and swelling the area under Alvarez's right eye. From there, the American grew bolder, befuddling his opponent with slippery lateral movement, planting his feet when he chose, while outthrowing and outlanding the defending champion. The chants of Canelo that rang early were gradually met and sometimes drowned out by counter chants of Crawford. It is Bud, after hearing that decision, took a knee, prayed. Now, Alvarez had his moments, especially to the body, but he never found a second gear or alternate plan of attack. That's the knock on Eddie Reynoso, you know. His fighters don't make adjustments, right? Because Canelo never went to an alternate plan of attack. By the 9th round, he was visibly frustrated, lunging with single shots while Crawford picked him off with combinations. An accidental clash of heads briefly stopped the action, leaving Crawford with a cut that required stitches after the fight. But he grinned through it and went back to circling on his toes. In the championship rounds, he was in total command, firing 3-punch flurries, smiling at counters, and even trading in the pocket without hesitation. Even trading in the pocket. Canelo is a great champion, Crawford said afterwards. I've got to take my hat off to him. He's a strong competitor. Like I said before, I've got nothing but respect for Canelo. I'm a big fan of Canelo, and he fought like a champion tonight. Asked about his future, Crawford was non-committal. I don't know. I've got to sit down with my team and talk about it. I'd just like to say thank you to all the supporters. Thank you to all the haters. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you to the supporters and the haters. Okay. Now for Alvarez, age 35, it was a sobering night. The 40-division champion, entrenched at 168 pounds for nearly 7 years, was at times made to look ordinary by the man from the smaller division, whose timing and economy bridged the gap. Canelo falls to 63 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. This was his first loss since he was outpointed by Dimitri Bivol in his own upward foray to light heavyweight in 2022. Okay? Now, the scale of the event underlines the scale of the achievement. Allegiant Stadium, the $2 billion home of the NFL's Raiders, had never hosted a fight prior to Saturday night. The crowd more than doubled the previous Las Vegas record of 29,214 set in 1982, when Larry Holmes batted Jerry Cooney to defend the heavyweight title in a temporary stadium raised in the Caesars Palace parking lot. Millions more watched on Netflix, which streamed the card at no extra cost to subscribers. For a sport long built on the pay-per-view model, it was a striking change, creating the money-churning paywall for scale, reach, and spectacle. This was also the debut of Dana White's Zuffer Boxing under TKO Holdings, backed by an ample investment from Saudi sports magnate Turki Al-Sheikh. arriving amid political maneuvering in Washington over a new Muhammad Ali American Boxing Revival Act that could reshape the sport's regulatory landscape. But the noise around business and politics was drowned out by the clarity and splendor of the main event. Winding down. Mike Wim says, Bomac said, we're going to take a vacation and we're going to get back in the gym. Yeah, I heard him say that, Mike. Yeah. Now, Crawford, who joins Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. as the only fighters to win a lineal championship in 4 different weight classes. Crawford has built this reputation on problem solving. Time and again, he has taken a few rounds to download an opponent's rhythm before flipping the geometry in his favor. He did it to Yuriorkis Gamboa, to Sean Porter, to Earl Spence Jr., but after years of largely being denied opportunities against name brand fighters and the mainstream recognition that comes with that, he did it again on Saturday against the sport's biggest star, neutralizing Alvarez's strengths, controlling the range, and gradually tightening the screw. The scorecards reflect the closeness of the individual rounds, but not the tenor of the action. By the final bell, Alvarez looked weary and resigned to the outcome, swinging with hope rather than conviction. Crawford was fresh, elusive, and in control of every exchange. For Alvarez, victory would have confirmed his supremacy at 168 pounds. Instead, it was Crawford who transformed his legacy, not in a casino ballroom or half-filled basketball arena, but before the largest fight crowd the city has ever seen, streamed into millions of homes around the world. The kid from Omaha, Nebraska, who once survived a bullet to the head, now stands as one of boxing's all-time greats. On a Mexican Independence Day weekend, all but purposely built for Canelo Alvarez, it was Terence Bud Crawford who stole the show and etched his place in fistic lore. There you have it, the fight of the day. And there's your winner of the fight of the day, Terence Crawford. Okay, now here comes the link. Okay, as promised, we're gonna have a panel show today. And here comes the link right now. I think. Oh my goodness. I had it. Okay, bear with me. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to salute Aunt McQueen in the building. Tomorrow we're going to honor the Hitman, Ricky the Hitman Hatton, because he passed away. 46 years old. Wow, that's young. Wow. Yeah, 46. I knew he got one son. His one son is a boxer, married. I don't know how many other kids he has, but wow, 46 years old. Ricky the Hitman Hatton. We're going to take a look at his life and go through his career tomorrow, like a Friday show. But we're going to do a, you know how we do the remembering Ricky Hatton. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, that's tomorrow. Okay, and we're gonna continue the trilogy shows next Monday. Yep, I was gonna do the trilogy tomorrow, but now we got the Hitman, and then Thursday we're gonna talk about boxing in France. Okay, boxing in France Thursday, and then Friday is Tyson Fury, the life and career of Tyson Fury. I guess he's retired. I don't know, but yeah, that's what we're going to. Okay, here's the link. This is going to be a panel show. Okay, so everybody's welcome to hit the link and come up and give your Reef in the building. What's up, Reef? Give your thoughts on not just, we had Monster and MJ too. I didn't see that one, but Monster was a wide decision for Monster. I'm gonna go back and watch it eventually, but I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, Yeah, it's the way I thought it would go. Yeah, either a wide decision or he would get MJ out of there late. Oh yeah, but yeah. So maybe now, 2026 might be Junto and Monster. We'll see. You know, we will see. I didn't see it or see what Monster said after the fight or anything, so but I'm gonna watch it. But it is there's Shelton. I didn't even know you was in here. I knew Shelton was coming today. What's up, Shelton Moore? Let me see. I'm trying to get us to the screen.
My main man, Cass. What's up, baby? How you doing, brother?
All right, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I popped up here because I want to know what you saw, bro. I know what I saw. I want to know what you saw.
What I saw?
Yeah, what did you see?
So, a great fighter, man. One of the all-time greats. That's what I saw. That's the way I have to describe it, man. You know, impressive. You know, very impressive. Domination. You know, he stood up there.
My question is, and this is, I'm not being facetious. I'm just stating what I've heard around these YouTube streets, right?
Okay. Go ahead. What is your question?
Why is it that only longtime boxing fans saw this coming? You know, we've been talking about this for years. We always knew that this dude was like this.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
So why is it that the new age boxing fans can't see what we see? Why is that?
That's a good question. I got to think about that. That's a very good question, though. I don't know, Shelton. Maybe they haven't been watching long enough, or you know, maybe you need to watch a few different eras or something like that. I don't know. What do you think that is, Shelton?
I think personally, this is just me now. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm just saying what I see in these new age fans. I believe that they're all of, you know, like, what's the term I want to use? They have monolithic thought processes. Does that make sense?
No, explain.
It means like if they hear something on social media or they hear somebody else say something, they just run with it. They don't have any discernment for themselves. They don't look at what they see. They see boxing through the eyes of whoever is presenting it to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. That's true too. A lot of people go on talking points. You know, they hear somebody say one thing and then that's the law. All of a sudden you're hearing it everywhere, you know? That makes perfect sense right there. Yeah. Perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it with a lot of these guys, man. A guy will sit on this thing, on the social media thing, and tell you exactly what he's thinking and who he is.
Right.
But his fans, whoever this person is, his fans will have something in their mind that this guy is this way. And no matter what information they receive to tell them something contrary, they're going to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
And then cuss you out if you believe different. Call you all kind of names.
Yeah, I know. I get ready to say that. Yeah, this guy called me stupid Saturday on some panel. I mean, I wasn't in the chat because of the comment I made, you know. But hey, yeah, but that makes perfect. What's up, dog, Kent? So what about the fight, though? You know, break it down.
Man, I saw a guy. Put it this way, I'm gonna say it like this. Make it real simple.
Yeah.
Roy Jones said it best. Roy Jones said one guy got 6 ways to win the fight.
Right.
The other guy got 1 way to win the fight. I'm gonna go with the guy who got 6 ways to win the fight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, I gotta take this call. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, the link is in there for anybody that would care to hit it. What's up, Dog Kent? It's good to see you today. Dog Kent says, new age boxing fans are really fans of fighters first instead of fans of boxing first. Yeah, that is true there too, Dog Kent. Yeah. That is very true. We talk about that a lot. You know, the people that's fans of fighters instead of the sport first. Yeah, that is so true. Yes, it is. But yeah, we're talking about Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez fight Saturday. Yeah, it was quite a performance by Bud Crawford. You know, I had picked Canelo, but wow. And Bud stood up in the pocket with him at times, but he was smart about it. He knew when to get out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because a couple times he stood up in there, he was rocking Canelo. Like that 12th round, that shot I showed y'all. This shot right here, Canelo turned around, was like, God damn, after when he looked back, right here, this shot. And after he turned around and looked back at Bud, he was like, damn. Yeah, remember that one? Canelo was stepping to him because he knew he needed the knockout, and then Bud timed it. After Canelo threw a right, Bud put that counter left hook right there, and a lot of fighters that would have knocked out, you know. Yeah. But yeah, that's Canelo. So, and then these judges, man. But what do they have with this 115, 113 all the time, man? They did the same thing with the Bivol fight, 115, 113. Come on, man. But meantime, let me ask this question: what qualities make a fighter an elite boxer? Okay. What qualities make a fighter an elite boxer? Let's talk about that. Yeah, the Hitman passed away, 46 years of age. Wow. I don't know what happened. Anybody know what he died from? Ricky Hitman Hatton? Yeah, that's what I had it, dog. 10-2. I had it 10-2. 118, 110. 10 rounds to 2. I don't know how. They need to do something about these judges, man. I mean, 115, 113 is 7-5, right? One more round, they had the draw. No way, man. No way. Mike Mazik. What's up, Mike Mazik? How are you? Well, you picked it, Mike. You didn't get the knockout, but you picked Canelo to win. I mean, you picked Bud to win. You picked Bud to win. Yeah. Okay, the link is it's pinned. Did I pin? No, I didn't pin it. Damn, I meant to pin it. Let me pin the link in the chat before we go on. Okay, yeah. Now the link is pinned in the chat. Okay, and I wanted to ask this question: what makes it? What qualities make a boxer elite? Okay. Let's talk about that. A lot of it is mental, to be at the top level. You have to have your mental right. Okay. Let's talk about it. Qualities that make a boxer elite. Okay, Reef says, Monster said maybe one more fight than Junto, but if that he wants Junto next year. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Reef. Next year, they'll get in there. No question, because Junto is at 122 now, right? Isn't he? Yeah. I think Junto went up. Yeah, he's at 122. Right up there with Monster. Now, what qualities make a fighter an elite boxer? One more thing before we do this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Now, yeah. There's an elite boxer on the screen there. But what qualities make an elite boxer? Now, it truly takes a unique combination of qualities and skills to compete at a high level as a boxer. And those qualities are both physical and mental. Physical and mental. Okay? Oh, it is MC. What's up, MC Nemesis?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, we having a little panel show about this weekend's action. You know,
See you posting a Cash App. You know, I'm a big donor to channels I like.
Oh, I appreciate you. I think it's the first time I've seen you in here. But you probably been
I like boxing, but I'm more into professional wrestling. Do you watch that?
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I used to be into that. Did you see the action this weekend? Any of the boxing?
No.
Okay.
Is this the only thing you talk about on your channel?
Mainly boxing history.
Are you open to anything else?
No, just mainly boxing history. And, you know, a little bit of current stuff. Where you coming from, the UK? That sounds like I detect the accent in there. I mean, Great Britain.
I thought you said you only want to talk about boxing.
Oh no, I said you asked me what did I talk about, and I said mainly boxing history.
Do you like to talk about religion?
Not on YouTube, not online.
Not on YouTube?
I mean, not on my channel. That's not what my followers are here for, you know.
Yeah, but I told you I might be a big donor, so you know, you feel me?
Yeah, but
so let's get into it.
Get into what?
Do you believe in God?
This is not the platform for that. So you can keep your money. This is a boxing history right now. Sorry. What's up, Aaron Woodard Experience? How are you today? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with talking religion, but this is just not the platform for it. This is boxing history. I guess he kept saying that he's a big donor that's gonna make me start talking about religion to get his money. But I don't need your money, bro. But we was talking about what makes the qualities that make an elite fighter, right? So let's continue with that. The salute Aaron Woodard Experience. The link is in the chat, but just please boxing. Nothing wrong with religion, but it's not right now, okay? If you donate enough money, I'll start a religion channel, okay? But not 2 to 4 is boxing. And I was all into my elite fighter. He broke my rhythm. But let's get back to that. Yeah, what makes it is mental and physical skills to be an elite fighter, right? The boxing historian Monty Cox said, but the link is still in there. But there's Shelton back. I had some guy wanted to talk religion, Shelton. He said, I'm a big donor.
You want to talk religion, or you want to talk about his new religion or some weird stuff? Or did you just cut him off and get him out of here?
He kept saying he was a big donor, like that was gonna make me break down. I said, well, I'll start another channel if you donate enough, but not 2 to 4.
What was you just talking about? I heard you saying something about what makes what?
I was telling what makes a fighter an elite boxer. You know, like it takes both mental and.
It's the physical.
Yeah.
It's the mental.
Mm-hmm. That's a big.
It's the IQ.
Yep.
And it's that thing. You know. I don't know how you describe it, Cass. You know that thing that Ali had.
Yeah.
That thing that Sugar Ray Leonard had.
I know
that Hagler had. That thing, whatever it is, that will make you do whatever you need to do to win.
Yeah. Could you call it will?
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys I just mentioned, I think they were all ultra competitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just want to win.
Yeah, didn't know how to lose. Whatever it took.
Yeah.
Whatever it took. You know.
You heard Muhammad Ali say on many occasions, I'd rather die than lose.
I think Joe Frazier had that too, Shelton.
Yeah.
You had to kill Joe Frazier. Yeah.
Frazier had it.
Yeah.
Wasn't no quitting Frazier.
None. That's why Foreman was just a bad matchup because of the way Frazier was coming forward. He just had too much to go through against Foreman.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. This George Foreman at 25, anybody, I don't care if it's Mike Tyson, anybody who come forward on George Foreman, he's gonna knock your block out.
Right. That's what Customato told Mike Tyson. Don't fight George Foreman because the same thing happened to Frazier gonna happen to you. You know?
Yeah.
And Mike never fought him either. You know, when Mike first came out of prison, they was trying to get George Foreman to be his first fight out. But and also you gotta remember too now, George also said as long as he's champion, I don't want to fight for the title. Say it again.
But that was before he went to jail.
Say it again, Shelton.
Before, George Foreman said, as long as Mike Tyson's the champion, I don't want to fight for the title.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
But that was before he went to jail now.
That was before he went to jail, right?
Yeah, that was before he went to jail.
The time I think Foreman was just coming back then, wasn't he, for the second time?
Yeah, he was just coming back. Yeah, he was just coming back.
Time. Yeah. What's up, BBO? The link in there, BBO Sports TV.
My man Sombrero. Sombrero was so wrong, but my man Sombrero always be wrong. So
who's that, BBO?
Yeah, I call him Sombrero. That BBO Sombrero, because he always going with the Spanish guy.
Oh yeah.
He likes that. He likes that style of boxing.
Yeah.
So.
BBO.
Yeah. He go a lot with his heart. He go with his heart instead of his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. BBO, he called Philly Duckadoffia. Yeah. Hit the link, BBO. Come on up here and defend yourself.
He don't want to do that. He want to stay right where he at.
Did you see the other fight, Shelton? Monster and
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, Cass. I don't know how you feel about it. That Lester Martinez dude is not what they say he is, bro.
Oh, the one that fought
in Billy.
Billy, man, that was
damn. Yeah, he ain't it, bro. He ain't it.
You don't think so?
He ain't it. Nah. That dude don't move his head. He don't move his feet.
Yeah, I thought he fought
he's stationary target. He couldn't get him Billy up off of him.
He had the reach. He was a longer fighter. I thought he should have been jabbed his way in.
Yeah.
He fought wrong.
They put him in there with somebody that can really box, boxer puncher. They put him in there with a real boxer puncher. They're gonna put his lights out.
And he fought in Billy's fight. He stood right there, slugging it out the whole time. You know?
Yeah, that dude ain't it, man. I don't care what they say. He's the next one. That dude ain't it.
You think they got it right draw on that one, Shelton? You think
I was cool with the draw. I was cool with it. Yeah. I thought that Billy had pulled it out personally, but I was cool with it.
But that was a hard fight to judge, man, because
it was a hard fight to score because they was in the phone booth the whole time.
The whole time, man. And
but people telling me that this dude is the goods. He's the next big thing. I didn't see that Saturday night. Did you?
No, not really. And
I'll be right back. I gotta take this fucking call, man. I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead, Shelton. Ray Patterson says he was trying to beat you, Cass. Oh, you talking about the guy. Dark Kid says, definitely a high level of confidence. Bud seems to have that trait despite the odds. Yeah, he's got it. Bud didn't have a tune-up at 168. And he waited at least, 6 months leading up to the Canelo fight. Yeah, Bud got that trait that me and Shelton was just talking about: the Ali's, the Leonards, Haglers, Joe Frazier's, whatever you call it. The will to win. Just refuse to lose. Yeah, he definitely has that. Can't think of too many today that has that though. Too many fighters today. But yeah, that Billy and Martinez fight was wow. Man, they both got chins on it because they was slugging it out. Wow. And I was screaming at Martinez to back up, work your way in behind your jab, man. Because that's the way Billy always fights. But that was the first time I saw Martinez. So yeah. But yeah, I thought he fought the wrong fight. He could have did a little bit, but he did get a draw. So, but I think he would have did a little bit better to at least try to use his jab. But but nobody jabbing. They was just walking right out there and going to the pocket immediately. So it wound up a draw. Hey, Shelton.
Yes.
Fighters nowadays, the thing besides Bud that we was talking about had that trait like Bud and the Ali's and the Leonards and all of that. We was just what other fighters?
Let me think. I'm gonna think. I see it I do see it in Monster because
that's true, Monster.
Because Nonito had him in a bad way.
Yeah, that first one.
Yeah, and I don't know many fighters who would have fought through a fractured eye socket to win the fight. Yeah. I don't know many fighters who would have done that.
I think it was supposed to happen early too, wasn't it?
It happened in the 9th round. It happened in the 9th.
Okay. Yeah, that's still
and he fought all the way through with that. You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
I give him that. Who else? I can see. I think Bam may have it, but the problem I have with Bam Rodriguez is Bam got to stop fighting old dude.
Yeah.
You got to fight somebody his age.
Right.
Or at least in around his age. He's fighting dudes in their mid-30s and late 30s, and that, hey, you're supposed to beat them.
He got a fight coming up in November. I think he on the Benavidez card, ain't he? Benavidez and y'all.
Yeah, he got a fight coming up on the Benavidez card. I think I'm looking going to lightweight. I think Shakur has it.
Shakur.
I think he has it. I was gonna say Schofield, but he already proved to be a sucker. He got scared and made up a big old story about getting out of a fight. So I don't know what's up with him.
What about Gary Antoine Russell?
Gary Antoine has it.
Yeah,
Gary Antoine has it.
Yeah.
I think Matias has it. Matias is just limited, but he has it.
Definitely. Yeah, Matias has it. Yeah, for sure.
I think Puello has it.
Puello?
Yeah, I think he has it.
Okay.
I like him. Teofimo?
I don't know.
See, my problem with Teofimo is Teofimo has skill, right?
Yeah.
But Teofimo, you never know what Teo is going to show up.
Right. I was going to say he's not consistent,
Yeah, he's not consistent. You don't know what Teo's going to be there.
Right.
Is he going to be Teo that fought Lomachenko, the Teo that fought Josh Taylor, or the Teo that fought Sandor Martin?
Right, that one.
Or the Teo that fought Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know with Teo. I'll say this. I will say this. A lot of people go probably fry me for saying it. Mm-hmm. Devin Haney has it.
Oh, you think so?
Devin Haney got heart. He ain't got nothing else. He got heart.
Let me ask you this.
He got heart. He got it.
Does the Teofimo that fought Loma show up? Did he have a chance to beat Shakur? Can that Teofimo beat Shakur Stevenson?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Because there was never a time that Lomachenko could have beaten Shakur.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't think so. Nah. So it don't matter what Teofimo shows up for that.
It don't matter what Teofimo show up. He don't get whooped.
Nah. Yeah, I don't think Loma could have beat Shakur neither. Well, Aaron wasn't even gonna never do that, you know.
No. Because see, the thing is, the one thing we know for sure about Shakur is that he's gonna fight his fight. It doesn't matter who he's in the ring with.
No matter who it is. That's right. He gonna stick.
He
to
gonna
the
fight
plan.
his fight.
That's right.
Yes. And you gotta look at this, bro. Who is he learning from? Who's he training with every day?
Bud. Right?
Learning from the best. He learning from the best.
And Shakur been saying Bud was gonna win this fight for over a year, remember? Every time they asked, remember? Remember? Shakur was saying Bud.
Hold on one second, bro.
Okay. Okay, dog. Kent says Lester did well to me on Billy Way. Is just I apply pressure, rock him, sock him, robot fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. Kent and Billy fought the. He shouldn't. He should have tried to jab a little more, you know. And he was kind of like smothering his punches. He had the longer reach. He didn't. I'm not saying try to fight like an outside fighter because he's not that, but at least try to have a little bit of distance. He should have tried to keep a little bit of distance between him and Billy, but he just was satisfied to stay up in the pocket and tee off, just like when Billy was doing. And I thought that worked in Billy's favor. But it still was a draw, but Billy kept his title, so, you know. But I think if they fight again, it'll be the exact same thing.
Teofimo, the problem for me with Teofimo is Teofimo cannot lead the dance, if that makes sense.
He can't lead?
Yeah, he needs somebody to come to him to make him look good.
That's what he likes to do, yeah. He likes, the old school was saying that he likes for the other fighter to come to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't. He's not good on the front foot.
No, not at all. No.
You know, and I just don't see him having. I don't see it. You know, anything can happen in boxing, but I just don't see him having the IQ to figure out Shakur.
Nah, it'll be a wide unanimous decision. Yeah. Between Shakur.
Now let me ask you this, Cass. I don't know if you've been around these streets the last couple of days, have you? Because you know football was on yesterday, so it's kind of busy. Yeah. But have you noticed how the Canelo's fans are suddenly turning on?
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that yesterday. Somebody else was talking about that, man. Yeah. I forgot who it was. Damn, some big name person was talking about that yesterday. Who was? I can't remember who that was. Yeah. They was talking about calling them fair weather fans. Yeah. Yep. And these people been rocking with him for years, man. You know. And this fight, I don't know because Bud, where he came, you know, coming up like that, beating him, but this one really hurt him. Canelo losing this one? Yeah.
I don't see. Now, see, that's where I kind of differ. Because I don't see how losing to the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world is a bad thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about his fans. That's what it seemed like, though, because they when he lost to Bivol, they didn't turn on him like this before those shows. You know?
No.
What made them turn on? Like, I was just trying to figure out what would make them turn on. Like,
excuse. Well, see, you got to remember, but Bivol had a built-in excuse, right? Because I don't know if you remember. You may remember. We talked about it. Me and you talked about it when that fight first got signed. And if you remember, I told you, I said, "Oh, Bivol gonna beat the shit out of him."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, but they do have an excuse because he did go up.
And everybody was saying how Bivol ain't fought nobody, and Bivol is 18-0, only 11 knockouts, and Bivol ain't this. I said, yeah, but Bivol is a 6 foot tall, career 175 pound fighter who was 235 and 15 in the amateur.
and he got skills. You know.
And you think that Dimitri Bivol, who is a 5-year reigning light heavyweight champion, is going to allow this little 5'7" tall dude to come up to his division and take his belt? That's what you think?
You know what? Maybe sold me on Bivol against Canelo was that John Pascal fight, but they battled. Did you see Bivol and John Pascal? That fight? Yeah. They battled, and I said, shit, Canelo ain't going up there and beat that boy, man. I thought they was going to rob him, though. That was the only thing I was worried about in the Bivol.
I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't worried about that, Cass, because I knew the fight wasn't going to be close.
Yeah. He made it where they couldn't. Yeah, where they couldn't rob.
You can't. See, the one thing you got to be able to do with Bivol, and everybody learned that in the Beterbiev fight. Yeah. You got to be able to hurt him and back him up.
Right. That's true.
Canelo couldn't do that. He's not big enough. He's too small.
I know.
Beterbiev couldn't back him up. You see what I'm saying? Beterbiev couldn't do it consistently. So you can't get him off you. You can't back him up and make him think. Bivol gonna keep doing what he's doing.
You remember the shot right here in the 12th round, Shelton? The shot right there.
Yeah. Of course I did. I love that shot.
Remember when Canelo turned around and looked at Bud, he was like, God damn, after that shot.
Yeah.
You see the look on his face when he turned back around. Like,
and here's the thing, right? It's not that the shot hurt Canelo so bad, because it probably really didn't hurt him that bad. Right. The shot surprised him because that's not a shot that Canelo usually gets hit with.
That's the look he had when he turned back around. It was like, damn, where did that come from?
Exactly.
But it was a counter hook, and he caught him. Canelo because Canelo knew he needed a knockout by that point. And Bud timed him. And he threw that right hand and flunk up. That was pretty. That was a pretty left hook right there, too, man.
What did Bomac tell you? Damn. What did Bomac tell you a week before the fight?
Yeah.
They was asking Bomac about the fight. He said, what beats power?
Timing.
The interviewer asked Bomac about Canelo's power. Bomac said, what beats power? And dude was like, speed? They said, no. Timing. Timing beats power. Timing. Yeah. That's right. And who, of all fighters we got going today, who is a master of timing and distance?
I would say Bud.
Bud Crawford.
Yeah, Mike said the same. It's because the little man moved up and beat him that bad. That's why I think they throwing him away. Like you said, I don't know why, because who Bud is, but they just ain't accepting that, man. He had a lot of fans in there too. So what's next for Bud, Shelton? What's next?
I think Bud should retire.
Retire?
I think he should retire.
Now, another story came out this weekend. Turkey Alley Sheik interested in making Bud and Benavidez.
Well, if I'm Bud, this is what I say. If it ain't for more than I made Saturday night, I'm not interested.
And my question is, can Benavidez even come back and make 168 now?
I doubt that. But check this out. I doubt that. But check this out.
I don't think so.
You remember a fight between Sugar Ray Leonard and Donnie Lalonde?
Donnie Lalonde. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
You remember they fought for Donnie Lalonde's light heavyweight title?
Yeah.
Remember they fought at 172 catchweight?
Right, it was a catchweight.
172.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Now, if Turkey can put it together and if Bud agrees to it,
catch weight?
I'll fight you, Benavidez. We'll fight for my titles at 68 and your title at 75, and we meet in the middle at 72.
72. Okay. That's what it probably had to be, because I can't see Benavidez coming all the way back down to 168 now. Because, you know, I got him going up further eventually instead of coming back. Well,
now, let me ask you this.
28?
Let me ask you this. Yeah, Benavidez is 26, 27.
Okay, yeah.
But let me ask you this. Do you think Bud can beat Benavidez?
After watching that Saturday, yeah. Why not? I'm starting to believe Bud is the type of fighter that's going to find a way, man. Like we were saying,
right?
He got that trait, like all of like he was just saying when you came up, like the Ali, Sugar Ray Hagler. Bud has that trait, man. He's gonna find a way, you know.
Now here's my take on that.
He made a believer out of me Saturday, but not just
here's my take on it.
By the way he did it. By the way he did it, you know.
Right. Now here's my take on that.
But you asked your question, yeah. Look, but go ahead, Sheldon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bud can beat Benavidez, because fighting Benavidez is going to be way different than fighting Alvarez because of Benavidez's work rate. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
And Benavidez is longer. And Benavidez is way bigger. But I will say this. At this point in Crawford's career, somebody got to prove to me that they can beat it, because I don't think anybody can beat it. You got to show me that you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would give him a chance. You would give him a chance against Benavidez. You're not saying he's definitely going to lose, right?
I give Bud a chance against anybody.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. After seeing that, the way he did it too, you know. Yeah. And he was up in the pocket a few times too. We're getting the best of Canelo, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he knew just when to get out. Bud is he got a very high IQ. He knew just when it was time to stop. Okay, time to go.
Right.
Yep.
And I ain't one of them guys, you know. I ain't one of them guys that's gonna surf around the internet and laugh at people, how you got it wrong.
Right.
It's okay if you got it wrong, because by what you thought and what you saw and what you heard other people saying, because that's what you was really going with. You were saying that these people were saying that Canelo was the bigger guy because he'd been up there at 68, knocking out and stopping bigger guys, not realizing that Canelo Alvarez is a hell of a puncher, right?
Yeah, true.
But he had a gimmick when he went up to 68. He went up to a weak division, and he took advantage of a bunch of big, slow guys that couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah. And he never fought Benavidez neither, remember?
Right.
And
if you notice, he didn't even come up there. He didn't even come up there until Benavidez lost his belt.
Lost his belt, yeah. Yep. Yeah. And
well, he knew what he was doing.
At 167.5, remember? I was kind of thinking he was going to be a little lower in the 60s, but when I seen, I was like,
and then people don't look at this. They don't look at this, right? He went up to 75 and fought, didn't he?
Who, Canelo? Yeah, he fought Bivol at 175.
No, he fought. When he went up the first time, he fought Kovalev.
Yeah, he fought Kovalev first. That's right. You're right.
Now, when he fought Kovalev, was Bivol the champion? Was Bivol the champion when he fought Kovalev? Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
When
was Beterbiev the champion when he fought Kovalev? Yes.
They both were champions.
Why you didn't pick them dudes? Yeah. Why you didn't pick either one of them dudes?
He picked.
Why you picked Kovalev
And Kovalev was
Why
over
did you
there,
pick
too.
Kovalev and not either one of them dudes? Why did you do that?
The weak link, the older champion and everything, you know. That's obvious.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that Canelo's career is smoke and mirrors, because it's not. He did beat some really good fighters.
Yes, he has. He came over.
But if you want to put him in the class with a Marquez or a Barrera or Eric Morales,
no, I wouldn't.
Or Salvador Sanchez or Chavez, or Ruben Alvarez, I can't do it.
Now they 105.
I can't do it. Ricardo Lopez, I can't do it.
No.
Because all them dudes that we just named fought everybody.
Yeah. They didn't do no kind of.
This dude didn't do that.
Yeah.
He did some great things. He made a shit ton of money. He beat some good guys. But he didn't fight everybody he's supposed to fight.
No. If he don't fight Benavidez, that'll be glaring after his career.
He's never gonna fight that dude. I don't give a fuck what they offer him. He ain't fight that dude. And he don't want to get embarrassed. His pride won't let him fight that dude.
He just got embarrassed. Saturday. You know.
I'll say again. I'm gonna say it again. Yeah. How are you embarrassed when you got beat by the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, and he's been that for the last 10 plus years?
But him and his fans thought he was gonna win. You know. So how would Benavidez embarrass him, Shelton?
Because Benavidez gonna stop him.
Ooh. You see he gonna stop Canelo? Man, that takes some doing.
Stop him. Knock him out.
Late, right? Late rounds, middle rounds.
Middle round. It's not gonna go past 7.
Wow. But yeah, I agree with you. We ain't gonna never get to see that though, because that ain't gonna happen. Nah. One time I was thinking he was gonna save it till the end, but now I don't even think we're gonna see Benavidez and Canelo now, man. There's Ant. What's up, Ant? I don't think
Historian.
What's happening, Ant McQueen?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
All right.
Ant, what's up, brother? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Mr. Moore. I'm feeling good, feeling great. I'm a little pissed off I got my prediction wrong, though.
Which one? The Canelo one?
Yup, I had Bud by stoppage.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you had
hey, go ahead and cook for a minute, bro. Go ahead and cook.
He got the W, but I had Bud by stoppage.
Okay.
The reason being is because, you know, people say Canelo's never been hurt before and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. I went back and looked at several fights. The James Kirkland fight, he got hurt to the body. Fight with Austin Trout in the 6th round, he got hurt to the body. It was to a point where he had stopped throwing punches for a whole minute. So I was looking like if there is a route, if there is an avenue to a stoppage, it would be to the body. And then by just Bud kind of doing his Sugar Ray Leonard, you unleash a flurry, and then now, you know, they got to step in and wave it off. I didn't think it was going to be one of them things. He just spark him, hit him on the chin, nothing like that. But I did think that he'd be able to hurt him to the body and then just let go a barrage of punches and force the referee's hand. But he boxed pretty soundly. Yeah. I was just listening to what Shelton was saying. Like, I don't think Canelo's career is smoke and mirrors. He's a good fighter. I do think that he's been a little bit overstated. I'll say that. Okay. I think he has been a tad bit overstated. And to some degree, his career is largely the product of the same thing that people say that Terence Crawford's career is a part of. But the thing with him is this. He got the names, right? People say, oh, Terence Crawford, he ain't fought nobody. Everybody he fought was damaged goods. But Canelo fought a lot of the faded superstars on the way out the door. Like Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto. A couple of guys he got like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Got him on the way out. So he's kind of like that link, that in between. He's like that link between now and the fighters of yesteryear. And that's a huge reason why Bud wanted to fight him, because he was like the last of the Mohicans to some degree. But I don't think his career is smoke and mirrors. But again, I do think he's a little bit overstated. Like with the power, focusing on Bud can't afford to get hit by him, as if the first punch that landed was supposed to just disintegrate the guy. But then when I went back and I'm looking, I'm like, all right, the guy got a 61 KO ratio, right? Which means he's got good power. It's respectable.
Yeah, decent power.
Yeah, the dude, but the dude ain't Julian Jackson or nobody like that. Like the way folks is talking about his power, like this shit ain't Ernie Shavers. Part of my language, but it ain't that. It ain't George Foreman type of power.
Right, exactly.
It's good power, but it ain't that. And then you look at the dudes, he was like, oh, Bud gonna end up just like Amir Khan. But people forget, Amir Khan got knocked out cold by like Breeders Prescott at 135. Got stopped at 140, but knocked out cold at 140 by Danny Garcia. So that's what I'm saying. He's got a history of not having the most robust chin. Right. James Kirkland, another dude, James Kirkland, you look at that highlight reel knockout. It was a phenomenal knockout. But by the same token, James Kirkland had also been knocked out by a dude that only had 5 knockouts in Iberu Nushida, the Japanese dude that knocked him out. That was the first time he split with Ann Wolf. So he didn't have a great chin like that. But all of these other guys, like Iris Landy Lara, he did some good work, didn't stop him. Austin Trout didn't stop him. So just like the notion that he's been coasting these past couple of years, is like, nah. Like anytime he's fought somebody of substance, for the most part, he's went the distance with him. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But to make it seem like every time he hit somebody, they just sprawled out, I just thought that was a little bit overplayed and a little bit overstated. And then here's the other thing too, with the IQ. Yeah. I think Canelo's a smart fighter, but he's a highly limited fighter because of the system. Reynoso's system. Most of the traps that they set is out of the high guard. When have you seen this man fighting somebody off the back foot? When have you seen him really utilizing pull counters? He's got phenomenal head movement, but how frequently does he counter off the head movement?
Not too often.
Damn, everything is off the high guard. Now, Bud, you seen this dude knock people out going backwards, coming forwards. You see the man move, box on the move versus Victor Posto. Seeing him counter to the body, counter to the head. He could catch you if you overcommit. He could catch you as you pulling out. It's just so many different ways he could get it done. So like the way things unfolded on and here's the other thing too. Canelo, Bud can't fight on the inside with him. Go back and watch that damn John Ryder fight. Canelo's inside game is a little suspect. We think because the guy comes forward that he's an inside fighter. He's not. He is a mid-range counterpuncher. He doesn't have the length to box continually from the outside. And on the inside, his inside game is just not as crafty. It's not as cultivated. You don't really see him utilizing frames on the inside. You don't see him moving his head from shoulder to shoulder on the inside. He got a nice uppercut, but for the most part, he doesn't really implement physical controls. He tucks up. He is a really good mid-range counterpuncher.
And also, you got to give a lot of credit to Reynoso, because Reynoso knows what he is. And Reynoso constantly and continuously throughout his career put Canelo into advantageous situations. He was constantly put into advantageous situations where he could look good. Reynoso wasn't putting him in there with dudes that Reynoso thought he couldn't hang with. He was putting him in there with bigger, slower dudes that he took advantage of. He had enough power to make up the deficit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. 'Cause I think he's good. I don't want to completely crap on him. I think he's good, but to what your point, Shelton, he is good within the confines of what is available to him. Because like I said, he don't really have the length to box from the outside consistently enough. And then on the inside, he's just not adept. That John Ryder fight, when I rewatched it, it was alarming. Because I'm like, God damn, like how the hell is John Ryder doing this to him? Like smothering him, placing the uppercut in between the high guard, catching him with a lead hook on the disengagement and just pivoting out. That was a grueling fight for Canelo. And I was like, damn. I thought his inside game was much better.
Let me ask you this, because I asked Cass earlier. I'm going to ask you this. What is it that prevents the newer age boxing fans to see what we see? As far as like, we've all seen from maybe 2008, 2009 that dude Crawford is different. Am I right?
No, I agree.
Yeah, what is it? What's the reason for that? What do you think the reason is?
I think what it is like full consideration and being open-minded.
Just do boxing.
I really think that's what it is, man. Just like being open-minded and full consideration. Because there's some people who are just so resistant to the idea of Terence Crawford being everything that he's been advertised as. And I'm just like, yo, you really got to look at some of the small things with him.
Did you see the monster fight there? And MJ?
Yeah, I saw it. He was in control, man. I like the way he fought that fight.
Yeah, it was like a wide unanimous decision, right?
It was, and this was the guy that he was supposedly ducking all these years, MJ.
Right. Yeah. That's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to give him so much trouble and everything.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to, but the main reason I didn't watch it because I already knew the outcome. I saw MJ lose to that other dude, right? The dude that broke his arm. Remember the dude that broke his arm?
You talking about Marlon Tapales and anyway cleaned him up.
Yeah.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew MJ was good, but MJ wasn't what they were saying MJ.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This guy, the one thing, I'm not no hater. The monster has looked great and he's fought some guys. But he hasn't really done anything that's really impressive because there's really nobody down there to compete with him, if that makes sense.
What do you think about Nakatani, Gento?
I think Gento can compete with him. I think when he was at 115, Chocolatito could have competed with him, but he avoided Chocolatito. Yeah,
they was in talks one time, but it never panned out. I think it was 150.
Well, it's mighty funny, and I say this all the time. It's mighty funny how everything can pan out for everybody else except the guy that got a chance to beat you.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is funny, ain't it? Yeah, I think they was at 150.
I mean, you can stop me anytime I'm wrong. You can stop me anytime I'm wrong, man.
Yeah, that's true. But Monster moved up or something. And, Chocolatito, I think he went back down to 112 or something like that.
He didn't move up. He moved around that motherfucker. He didn't move up. He moved around him.
He moved around him. Okay.
Don't do that. Don't take the emphasis off. He moved around that dude. He didn't want no parts of that dude.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. But I think Junto is at 122 now, ain't he? Nakatani?
Yeah, he just moved up.
Yeah. So maybe 2026.
What you think about that, man? You think it just didn't pan out between Monster and Chocolatito, or did Monster move around Chocolatito, like I said?
Well, at the time when Monster came on the scene, Chocolatito had already got stretched by Saul Rungvisai.
That's true. Yeah,
and it's not like Saul Rungvisai was like head and shoulders above Chocolatito. Chocolatito's still better, but as boxing is,
Yeah,
sometimes you just get hit with a good shot. I think he was getting up there in age, Chocolatito. So I don't even know if his promoters wanted that fight between him and Monster Inoue. I think Monster Inoue is pretty damn good, but I will say this. I don't think it's so much a matter of guys not being able to compete with him scale-wise. It's just most of these guys, they can't stand up to the power. So there's some guys where they can't hang with him from a technical standpoint. Then the other one it's like this with him. If you can box with him 9 times out of 10, he can outpunch you. And that's just what it boils down to. So he probably needs to move up just so somebody can give him a little bit more resistance from a physical standpoint. We're already seeing it. He's already been dropped twice at 122, which is not saying that he's bad or he's faulty or anything like that. But now he's dealing with guys that are a little bit more physically equipped. And even those guys, he's finding a way to get them up out of there. So I'm curious to see what Junto can do with him. I think that Junto has some things that can be problematic for him. The main 2 things being him being a lefty, and then also the range. Because I'm curious to see how that looks. The 2 times that my man Inoue has been down, it's been by left hooks. One of them being a southpaw and Luis Neri.
Yep.
So it remains to be seen how he deals with Junto.
Oh yeah, and what do you think about Bud and Benavidez? Yeah, I asked Shelton about that earlier. Any thoughts on that? Because Turkey was talking about he was interested in that fight.
I don't want to see it.
No?
Nah. And the reason why I don't want to see it is because this dude is already about to be at his 3rd fight at 175?
Yeah.
Have you seen David Benavidez as of late?
Last time I seen him, he was fighting, I think it was a fight before. I didn't see his last fight.
Yeah, his last fight was David Morrell, but...
Yeah, that's the last time I saw him.
I'm talking about in the gym. I seen training for the gym. He still looks pretty big.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to see him come back down to 168.
Yeah, that's what Shelton was saying. Yeah, the same thing.
Stylistically, I would love to see the fight. I would love to see it because I want to see how they deal with each other.
Right.
Because I really think that David Benavidez is extremely sharp. I think he's one of the most underrated fighters in boxing right now because oftentimes, we focus on his size, his relentlessness, and his work rate. But the dude is very, very, very sharp. And I think it could be attributed to the work that he got as a teenager. This dude was sparring Triple G and Kelly Pavlik and guys like that when he was 14, 15 years old.
Yep.
And he was also working with Alexander Vazdik. You know what I'm saying? Who was an Olympic, what was Vazdik, a silver medalist or a gold medalist, something like that? Coming out of Ukraine?
Vazdik was a gold medalist.
David Benavidez was working with him as a teenager, like 17, 18.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what me and Kaz was talking about. I said, what's in it for Bud? You stuck this dude down. He's probably not going to come down because he's campaigning at 75. So maybe you meet at 72. Maybe you get his catch weight at 72. But the work rate is different. Fighting Benavidez and fighting Canelo Alvarez are 2 entirely different things.
Right.
Entirely different. That's why Canelo Alvarez will never fight David Benavidez. It's the work rate. It's the size and the work rate. That's a lot to overcome, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. True.
And then also from a technical standpoint, like I was saying before, Reynoso's offensive system is largely predicated on setting traps out the high guard. And we've seen this dude, David Benavidez, is phenomenal with the guard manipulation. You come in there with a high guard against him, he gonna be peeling that bitch down and placing shots right around it, right underneath it, right on the side of it. Post your guard up, tagging you up to the body. That's a long night. That is a long night because the dude is not just a bruiser. There's technicality coming along with it. And that's a dangerous thing because you got some guys out there like Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda is just chucking leather. That's just work rate. David Benavidez is placing them shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, nah, but I wouldn't want to see David Benavidez come back down to 168 for that.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't want to see that.
Nah. Yeah, I've been listening and I've been looking, and it's just funny to me because this scenario, we've seen it so many times before. I knew it was going to be like this. Now people saying Canelo didn't train, he underestimated Bud, and did this, he did that. Why can't you just go with what your eyes saw? Crawford was the better fighter. Why is that so hard for people to accept?
Because before the fight, everybody was saying Canelo was training as hard as he's ever trained in his career. Remember? So all of a sudden now he didn't train for him. No, he just got beat. That's all. And I had picked Canelo. He just lost. The better man won. Like you said, that's what we saw. You got to go with what you saw, man.
Yep. The cat told me the other day, Canelo is nice and trim. Because I was wondering if there was a possibility that Canelo may have been overtrained. Mm-hmm. Not that he was underprepared, but maybe he overtrained. Because I said, man, this cat looked uncharacteristically small during that press conference when he had the black tank top on. Yeah. I said, that don't look like... I said, damn, Canelo been training. Maybe he did a little too much. Now people saying he didn't take Bud seriously. Hell no. You see the guys that he brought in for sparring, bringing in Boots Ennis and Blast Val Saint and all these other guys.
Yeah. That's telling you right
Yoeli Hernandez.
Yoeli Hernandez, who I've watched Hernandez. He's a killer. He's going to be a killer.
Yeah.
Yoeli Hernandez is going to be a killer.
The Cuban guy, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be a killer. He's going to be a monster.
Is he 160, right? Is he 160? Okay.
I don't like the way he did my boy Kyron Davis.
Yeah.
Man, he did him filthy. He did Kyron filthy.
Kyron's toughness is the only thing that kept him in that fight. Kyron, tough as hell.
Exactly. He's a tough son of a bitch. But when they said that bringing in Boots Ennis was going to be the edge. You don't remember that,
Yep. Canelo said as much too in the post-fight press conference. He said he gave it everything he had. He tried. He was visibly disappointed. You could tell he was disappointed.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He just couldn't figure it out.
That's what he said.
They asked him what gave you the most problems. He said everything. Everything gave you a problem.
He sure did. He said everything. And he said he couldn't figure out what to do. Yeah, he was honest. Very honest about it. Yeah. Yeah. And you could see it. And Bud was just sharp. And he had that intelligent movement. There's Thomas Hill, the legendary Thomas Hill.
I'm just a mere peasant in the streets. I'm just a mere peasant in the streets. But I'll tell you one thing, boy. He had that man frustrated. He had him so much frustrated.
He sure did.
Somebody told me his corner told him in like round 10, after round 10, it was like, look, you're done. Don't even worry about exerting yourself. And that was only because like his biggest shots, Crawford was catching every single one of them on the gloves. Every single one of them. So it was like he was just a step ahead of him the whole night, and he was frustrating his ass. He got to the point where he started looking back. I guess even looking at his corners, man. Shout out to Crawford, though. That was a tremendous game plan. Shout out to his team, and shout out to him being able to execute it.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful night of boxing, man. Yeah.
It was, man. There was a lot of great fights too, man. Well, I will say the Boychuk Adams fight was excellent. High level chess going on there, man. A lot of good work.
Yeah, that was good. Good one there.
The freaking Martinez and Billy was like gone in 60 seconds of Fast and Furious type action.
Robots.
Boy, they threw caution to the wind.
Oh man.
Let it go.
Walking out there and just
But I mean,
what y'all think about that one? The Billy and Fernandez. Didn't we talk about that one, Shelton? Billy and Fernandez?
Shelton bounced
I was so tired from that fight. It was too damn much.
Yeah.
I was exhausted by the end of it. I needed Pedialyte and a liquid IV. Damn, this is too much. Slow down.
Did you think Martinez should have tried to get a little bit of distance or something and just fighting the way he did?
Well, being that he go ahead, Ant, my bad.
I don't know if he could have. I think the only way he would have been able to do it was by utilizing angles. Because every time he tried to back up and use range, and Billy was on him, closing the distance. So I think the best thing he could have done was to turn him. That is the one thing that Billy, he's had some issues with in the past, is being turned. But if you back out in a straight line, he's gonna damn near sprint to get to you. He's gonna close that gap. So Martinez should have been turning him.
Okay. Yeah, they got a draw. I think that would have been a hard fight to judge to me. Damn.
It was a hard fight to judge. You could tell, but there was some fantastic work done in there too. But there was a lot of overcrowding the work as well too. But in that Adams Boychuk, man, it was fantastic work done in that fight. That fight was everything.
You think that was the fight of the night?
It was between the two. It was definitely between the two. I mean,
those two right there.
The Canelo Crawford fight, it was a beautiful display of boxing by Crawford. I mean, the way he continued to use motion and movement.
Performance. I didn't expect him to do that.
Who's that, Bud?
And just clocked out too. Oh, there you go.
You were saying you didn't expect something, Ant, before you went off?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right. No, I was saying I didn't expect that from Brandon Adams. I know Brandon Adams, he has that in the bag. You seen the fight that he had with Andreas Katsarakis. That was a banger. It was a whole lot of inside work, a lot of body shots being ripped, moving and grooving on the inside. It was a whole lot of that. But I didn't expect that in the Boychuk fight because, the first time around, he boxed him from the range for the most part. He did a whole lot of lateral movement, and then there was that moment where he was up on the ropes, caught Boychuk reaching in, bang, clocked him with the left hook, slapped him, KO'd him. So I thought he was going to do something similar in the rematch, but he brought his hard hat and his reflective vest. He came to work.
What's up, boxing analyst?
Hey, what's up, man? You're right.
How are you today? We just chopping up this weekend's action. That's all.
Yeah. I already picked like Terence Crawford to win.
Okay.
From way before the fight. I've been trying to tell people that basically he was gonna win and it wasn't gonna be a difficult fight. I kept telling people. I told a lot of Americans that. I told a lot of black people that. A lot of people were making fun of me, trying to tell me I'm talking rubbish. They were guaranteeing that Canelo was going to win.
Why did you pick? What did you see that? Why did you pick Crawford to win? What was the reason?
Because I analyzed his attributes and I analyzed Canelo's attributes. I documented it and I analyzed their frame as well, their size and the power. I calculated how hard Canelo Alvarez hits, and I realized he doesn't hit as hard as people make him out it doesn't hit that hard. Basically, you know,
You were
Canelo
saying that.
Alvarez. Yeah, his power is
Right.
overrated. You know, his
Okay.
power. The reason why people go down from his shots is because of fear and because of anxiety. So if someone has anxiety, if they're hit with a shot, a lot of times they'll go down. It's not because
That's a
the
good
shot was
point.
hard.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not because the shot was hard. It's because the opponent is fearful and has anxiety. You know, because of the event. You know, they're so Terence Crawford. He spars bigger guys. He's got a longer reach. He's not that much smaller than Canelo, and also he's able to block shots. I knew he was able to. I knew what he was able to do, and I predicted personally that it was going to be a TKO in the 11th round, but it didn't happen. But in the 12th round, or I think it was the 12th round, and 11th and the 9th. And the 6th, he almost did TKO him. He almost did, but Bo Mac had to tell him, don't get too greedy. You know what I mean? So my prediction didn't come true, but I did say that he's gonna win. I said that there's a 0% chance that Canelo wins. I kept telling people this. You know, I kept telling a lot of Americans as well. Like I got called the N-word by Mexicans. I got
Where are you
called.
coming from? It sound like the UK, Great Britain.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because I'm from the UK, I tried to tell
Right.
some of these black Americans who are picking Canelo. I said Bud's gonna win, and they would tell me, go back to the UK, you're a fool, and making fun of me and stuff like that. And I kept
Well,
getting
you was
kicked
right.
out.
You know.
Yeah, I tried to explain to people why he was gonna win, and they didn't let me explain. They were just basically licking Canelo's ass. It's just sad, man.
What do you think about this? Turkey Ali Sheik said this weekend that he would like to make Bud and Benavidez. What do you think about that one, boxing analyst? Bud and Benavidez.
I think Terence Crawford beats Benavidez because he already beat his brother. You know, his brother.
Yeah, that's true.
His brother is really a similar size. Is no different to him.
Okay.
In my opinion, I don't think Terence will knock him out. I think he will outbox him, because I think Terence Crawford beats Hamza Shiraz as well. But I think what Terence is going to do next is he's going to go down to 160 and become a four weight undisputed champion.
Right. You got some work to do. I think the belt spread out down there, aren't they? At 160. And like what? How many different hands are they in?
Adamas and Janabek. But I don't know if Janabek gonna be there too much longer because he's not going to the division.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I think.
But let me ask you this, boxing analyst. I seem to be the only one that sees that Lester Martinez is not what they say he is. What did you think of Lester?
Yeah, Lester Martinez is not. How can I say? He's not this massive KO artist. Like his power is slightly overrated, but I think that has a lot to do with selected opponents because the guy he fought, the Cameroonian guy, you know, is a very muscular guy, a very big super middleweight. So his punch resistance is good. But even him, like Christian Billy, he's not really the guy that I thought he was. He's not this massive KO artist. He couldn't even knock out Lester Martinez. You know, but I think Lester Martinez is tough though. But I don't think he can handle a guy coming forward like that constantly. You could see that was a fight where he had to push through and he had to really dig deep. You know, and I don't think he wants to go for that again.
He was gonna make it. Go ahead, boxing analyst.
Yeah.
Well, all of you guys remember what Mike Tyson said about tough guys in boxing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said everybody got a plan until you hit the mouth.
No, he said tough guys. Mike Tyson said tough guys get hurt in boxing. Tough guys get hurt in this.
Okay.
Being a tough guy ain't good.
Okay. Right.
Being a tough guy just means you can take an ass whooping real well.
That's true. That is true. That's the definition of tough.
Yeah, like there's a common belief that if you grew up in the hood or you were like a gangster before you were a boxer, and you've got up against someone that wasn't a gangster, that you're gonna beat them. That's nonsense. That's a big myth.
Nonsense.
Yeah, that's a big myth. I don't understand why people like use that. Yeah, I don't know. I remember like what's his name? Charles Martin, when he fought Anthony Joshua, he tried to do that with Anthony Joshua. He's trying to say like, you never grew up in the hood, like I'm from the hood, and
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, no, that's
Charles.
Yeah, it's a wrong mentality to have. Yeah. And another thing like that I explained to people as to why I was picking Terence Crawford to win. It's the fact that Terence Crawford, that he doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke. Because when you look at Terence Crawford, he's like 37. He doesn't look he doesn't look like an old man. He looks like he's still in his 20s. You know,
young 37.
Yeah. He'd be 38 in like a week or two, right?
Right. Yeah. Birthday coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, so, the thing is, man, look, I like Lester Martinez. Like I said, I saw him fight on Pro Box. He fought a guy who had just got off the forklift 2 hours earlier. So that didn't really impress me.
Right.
That dude got a job, man. Okay, you beat that guy. So now they put him in there with Christian and Billy. Now, we can say what we want to say about him, Billy, but we know one thing. And Billy going to be in shape, and Billy going to come to fight. We know that.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's true.
But if you are what all these people were saying that you were, you're supposed to get rid of a guy like him, Billy. Am I right?
Yeah.
If he was all they saying he was, yeah.
You know.
You had a rough night with that dude.
I thought.
And in my opinion, that dude beat you. And Billy beat you.
My opinion as well.
Around the 8th or 9th round, I didn't think Martinez was going to come back out there one time. You see how he went to his corner? Yeah. I thought that was
so. I mean, I get it. He trains in Omaha at B&B Academy. I get all that.
Right.
But I'm asking everybody on this panel this question: where's that killer they told me about? Because he wasn't there Saturday night.
No, I didn't see it either.
You know where it is? I think they hype up a lot of these Hispanic fighters. Like when you have an Hispanic fighter that's knocking people out, they will hype him up. And be like, he's a monster and all this stuff. But it's not true, man. Like, it's not true. Like when you look at the face-off in the ring, Lester Martinez, he made that, he growled a little bit because he knew this is going to be a hard fight. He knew it. He knew he was in for a 12-round war.
Yeah.
He knew his power was not going to sustain him this time. He knew you're not going to knock this guy out. And then the guy gets pressed forward. I mean, I uploaded the clip to my TikTok. You can watch it on my TikTok. Round 1. It's crazy. I've never seen a fighter come forward like that. Like, constant pressure. Like, that is crazy.
That big 3? Yeah. Go ahead, boxing analyst.
Yeah. Like,
what's going on, Cass? I'm gonna be right back. Is this Pro British Boxer?
Yeah.
He didn't change his name to Boxing Analyst now. He didn't gave us the mathematics and Bud got the victory. I'll be right back, Uncle Cass.
Why he trying to put that on you, Boxing Analyst? Why he trying to do you like that?
Well, he came on the show. Yeah, he
came
could.
on the show. He was breaking up mathematics down on why Bud was gonna win, and a lot of people was having fun with him. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've always maintained. I said Bud probably will win 8 rounds, but that won't be enough. They would give him the decision to Canelo.
What's up with this 115, 130? They did the same thing too before.
I remember you said that. I remember you said that, T Hill. I remember you said that. And I was like, I don't think it's going to be that close. Remember, I told you, I don't think it's going to be that close to you.
And it wasn't that close. I think the most you could give Canelo was 4 rounds, but 3 is probably the one that you can give him. I mean, it was early on where, some rounds, I thought his body work was a little bit more impressive than whatever Canelo was doing.
If you gave him 3 rounds, if you gave him 3 rounds, you're being generous, bro. I mean,
I had 10-2.
That fight was one-sided, bro.
Oh, it was totally one-sided. It was totally one-sided, and that's why they didn't give him. They didn't give him the decision, but they tried to though.
Two of them had it 115, 113, just like Bivol, remember?
And I didn't see 5 rounds.
They tried their best.
I didn't see 5 rounds for Canelo at all. Like I said, at best you can give him 4, and that's like I said, there were the first 3 rounds. You could give it to anybody. I mean, it wasn't much action going on, and then the better shots were the left hook to the body, to me, in my opinion. But after 4, it's like he picked up. Okay, let me start moving him around. Let me start moving my hands around, and it was just bewildering him. He wasn't able to gain his timing or his distance, and unfortunately,
oh,
you gotta let him go. Let him go. Yeah, you're gonna get some of them. You're gonna get some of them.
He left himself before I could get to him.
But hey, shout out to Crawford. Crawford displayed that his boxing definitely was far superior in the ring that night for sure, and I think that Canelo he tapped out. He tapped out in the last 2 rounds. He tapped out, so he made him quit, dog. And his corner told him to quit. That was the corner part. His corner told him, man, just pack it in, dog.
I did predict Crawford would at least stop him in.
I knew there was going to be no stoppages.
Yeah. That was the prediction, but you stood on your square, and at the end of the day, if Crawford would have attacked to the body a little bit more, I think your prediction would have been right, because I mean, he really didn't go to the body as much as you would have liked him to go to the body to get that stoppage on a Canelo, and he almost was out of there in the 12th.
Yeah, almost.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I predicted 11 for 12.
I didn't see it like that, man. I saw it as he was just totally bewildered. He was just bewildered, dog, because nothing was landing. Like, he was catching all his big shots, so he never got hit with anything big because he caught it on the gloves, and he couldn't. Go ahead.
I was asking Shelton. Y'all remember this shot here in the 12th round?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a big
Canelo
shot.
Looked at Bud after that. Canelo was like, God damn, when he turned back around and looked at Bud after that shot.
It was like this little guy moving up from welterweight.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Started at 135, remember?
But between him catching them shots on the glove, so he couldn't deliver any punishment, and then on top of that, him constantly moving him around and then switching distance on him, he just got frustrated, dog. The only thing that was working, which I thought should have been taken advantage of the whole fight long, was the body, the left foot to the body. Somebody told me that he was too skilled a fighter to get caught by the left foot to the body, but Canelo was able to land it, but he was landing it and wide open for Crawford to throw a left, and he never threw it. Like, he only threw a left significantly, like 1 or 2 times, dog, and it was wide open for him.
I think that's that same.
Especially when he was doing that little left hook to the body, he was leaving his whole damn torso exposed. I thought for sure he was gonna make him pay for that. The way he was controlling.
See, I thought that was Puro, man.
Nah, dog. You got to realize a lot of them are pissed off right now, man. And what I did find out today, is that people, instead of celebrating Bud and his performance, they using this opportunity to take dumps on everybody else and do silly ass stuff, dog. That's crazy, man. This is the space that we in. You get people like that doing some silly ass stuff.
They say if you don't know
them, don't let them on.
Hey, who is that? Is he getting trolled by a kid?
I don't know. I thought that was Puro. Puro got so many different names,
Puro, sir. That's the guy.
Yeah. They say a lot of people that dropped Canelo. Mad at Canelo.
Well,
fair weather fans anyway,
I'm gonna say this. The Canelo fans are real tribal, man. They backed him because to have somebody that's a pay-per-view star, somebody that you can look up to, and he's kind of seen as a larger-than-life figure. They built him up. And now the fact that he's no longer the face of boxing, we clearly see a smaller man be able to move up dominate him, right?
Yeah.
But not just dominate him. He dominated him coming up 2 weight classes.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Shelton earlier.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Now you see all the Canelo fans, they're not saying get it back in blood. They're not saying we want the rematch. They're saying go fight Benavidez.
Damn. It was that bad.
The same guy that they said he's too urban. Canelo and the Mexican people don't want to pass the torch to Benavidez because he's like an American. He's like a black Mexican, but it was okay for him to get past the torch to Munguia. You see what I'm saying? So now they want to put Benavidez up against Crawford because they feel like Benavidez can beat Crawford.
Yeah.
Now,
They don't keep the same energy.
Benavidez can beat Crawford.
Let me ask you a question to my man, boxing analyst.
Yeah.
When you heard 115, 113 twice,
wow,
what was the first thing that went through your mind, boxing analyst?
Yeah, first thing that went through my mind is he's probably gonna get robbed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that sounds like robbery incoming. You know, sounds like a robbery. You know, so I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what I thought. They said 115, 113, 115, 113. I thought they was gonna say Canelo, but they said Bud.
Yeah, when they said 116, 112 first, I said, okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
When they said 115, 113, 115, 113, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought
they don't do it. I said, here they come. Yeah. Here they come with the bush.
Canelo's already 2 rounds up from round 1.
Yeah. Mr. Show, you thought it was that close, 8-4?
That's being super generous. I thought it was 9-3, 10-2.
That was acceptable, you know. This is at 115, 113, you know. I thought it was 10-2.
That was scary. It's scary.
2 rounds.
It's unfortunate that Bud had to win 11 and 12 to win that fight.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that just mental?
Yeah, man, that's awful. That's awful.
Canelo get one of them rounds, he got a draw, at least, you know.
So you can't fault a boxer. I could never fault a boxer that would ever say that they concerned about judging or concerned about getting a fair shake, because in the sport of boxing, you never know. You know what I'm saying? So
especially with the cash cow.
Come on now.
The cash cow, like I said, you follow the money, but I mean, obviously, I guess they've had scrutiny before with some of his judging, and they said, we can't do it today. I mean, because like my man said, you can. I mean, Forrest is being extremely generous, but you know, you could give him some of the early rounds because it wasn't much activity, and he's the champ, so I say you can give it to him, but it's like 3 or 2 for sure that he definitely won.
I want to say another thing as well, which I found absolutely disgusting. Right, I found this disgusting when I was watching that fight. You know what I saw that made me want to punch a hole in the wall? I saw the basically the fight stats, the punch stats live. They're trying to say Canelo landed 127 punches and then Crawford landed 150. Like what?
I kind of noticed that too.
What fight are you watching? He didn't even land 100 punches. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I saw that too.
What the hell was that?
He didn't even throw 100 punches. He didn't even throw 100 punches.
Going back to the time when we were on the live on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? Thursday, when you was talking about the mathematics, I was telling you about the mathematics of Canelo, the Canelo mathematics, and I was telling you how, like, and effectively for him to win the fight, split decision probably going to be 9 of 10 rounds. Majority is going to be 10 of 12 rounds, and unanimous would be 11 of 12 rounds, because that's just the way it plays out when you get in there with Canelo. Because I seen Bevo effectively win 9 or 10 rounds, and you saw what happened there. I seen Mayweather win every round. He won every single round. We saw what happened there.
Yeah, that was great.
And I seen a couple of other people win the fight but not get awarded the fight. So I thought it was. And then there's the loom of the Benavidez fight and the money that can be made off of that, the passing of the torch. But I think this makes the Benavidez fight even more likely for Canelo now because he ain't got no belts that he can use to leverage.
You know why they do this with Canelo. You know why he is the face of corruption. And I don't want to bring race into this year, but Canelo is basically the white hope. Do you understand? Because when I look at Canelo, I don't see a Mexican man. I see an Irish man. I see an English man. Like that guy is a white Mexican with red hair and a red beard. That is not a Mexican. That's a white man. Do you understand? So the white man is the face of boxing. So of course, like I'm sorry to bring race, but this is why he wins. It's because of corruption. He's the white hope.
Yeah, he got the look. I can agree with you there. He does have the look.
Nah, that's a fact. But my good brother Al Booger, Suta Al Booger, that's our brother. He said he had it 5-5 after 10.
What? So they gave Canelo some swing rounds though.
Yeah, the first, like I told you, the first rounds were close.
Hey, B3.
Yeah.
B3. What's Al Booger's drink of choice? Was it Hennessy, tequila? What is it?
I think the AI
he probably a good.
The AI punch stats. Canelo only landed 76 punches, and Crawford landed over 100. And Crawford landed 175. How the hell did Canelo land 127 like it was saying on screen? Absolute nonsense.
No, that wasn't right. Yeah, that couldn't have been right there.
Yeah, my man Al Booger was drinking good that night because he said it 5-5 after 10 rounds. He was doing some good drinking that night.
Mr. Shutton, I broke up, but I said he's probably a good bourbon man. He's astute.
Yeah.
Well educated, well versed man.
Yeah.
You know.
You was on something.
Nah. Like I said, the first 3 rounds you could easily give it to Canelo because there wasn't much action going on. So if you give him the first 3 rounds,
man. I gave Canelo these rounds. I gave him the first round because he was coming forward.
One first. The second round was not much different.
I gave him the 5th round because I thought he won that exchange in the 5th round, and I gave him the 7th round because I thought he won the 7th round when he headbutted Bud. But those are the only rounds I saw him win.
How many rounds did you give him overall, Canelo?
It's those 3.
I gave him 3 rounds. I gave him the 1st. Okay. I gave him the 5th, and I gave him the 7th. That's the only rounds I gave him.
Yeah.
I gave him the 1st, the 2nd, the 5th, and the 10th was a swing for me.
Yeah, I gave him 3 rounds. Yeah, max 3 rounds. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to rescore it, Cass, because Turkey and Rhea, I mean, whatever Sella and TKO was doing, I don't know why they put that fight on at 12 a.m. on the East Coast. So I fell asleep on the fight.
Nah, because you wasn't like that,
because it wasn't catered to y'all.
Like that.
Yeah, put it on at 12 midnight because it wasn't catered to y'all. It's catered to the West Coast and the prime time. That's what it was catered to.
Yeah, that was awful, man. Tell them, man. Listen, in America, pay-per-view events, big events start at 8 p.m. Man.
Hey, what time was the?
What you need to do is try to lobby for them to have big pay-per-views at the Barclays Center, so y'all can watch it.
Yeah,
because you have it Vegas is on Pacific time.
But see, those gonna start 8 p.m. Those still gonna be. Nah, come on, Mr. Chung, because you know all the Vegas fights, them all the Showtime pay-per-view events. They kick off at 8 p.m.
They start at 5. They start at 5 out here, right?
On y'all's 100%, 5 y'all time, but 8 our time.
Yeah, but Netflix don't go by the rules.
Y'all can still party. Y'all still get the party after though.
Y'all need to party. Y'all need to work,
dog. What you mean?
No, what I'm saying is, we've already made our decision by then. I'm talking about y'all. The event over by 8:39 for y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want.
You on the right spot.
What time was the monster fight on?
The monster fight came on about 4:45 my time. I caught some of it. I fell asleep with it.
4:45 in the morning over here.
Yeah, I missed that.
Who aired it, T Hill?
Facebook.live.
Yeah.
Facebook.com. It was on Facebook. He wasn't lying when he said it was going to be on Facebook. They remember how broke.
Hey, you know how I saw it on B3?
Was it YouTube?
I saw it, right?
Hey, yo,
How
boy,
you see it?
hey, I thought
I saw it
man,
at
this what I thought he
firestick.com.
was.
I saw it at firestick.com.
Firestick.com, is that's a site?
Yeah, that's a site.
It's a site if you got a fire stick, my man. You got a fire stick, it's a
People
site.
got that site.
Okay. Okay. Shout out to Shelby Moore, dog. Firestick.com. Get you some.
That's a very popular site too.
Nah, the fight wasn't close. I mean, but there was some rounds that there wasn't much activity, man, and you could score it either way. I feel what you were saying, but as that fight wore down in the later fights, that boy was flustered, and by round 10 after. Go ahead.
Hey, salute to my brother Al Booger. He said it was Don Julio 70 that night.
And he was on
It
that
had to be
Julio.
something. When you have 5-5 after 10, it had to be something good.
Definitely.
That means he gave him the first 3. I know he didn't give him 4. You couldn't have given him 4. He gave him 5, so that's 4. So what, you give him 7 too? So you gave him the first 3, 5, and 7? Is that what you gave him?
To Al Booger?
Yeah, for it to be 5-5, he probably gave him the first 3, 5, and 7.
10, oh well, yeah, after 10 he had a 5. He didn't say which rounds he gave to him. Okay.
I know he won 5 for sure.
Yeah, 5. He definitely won. Definitely won. And I think
he won round 5 real. He stepped it up in round 5. He put the pressure on Bud. In round 7, he was winning the round. And then he headbutted Bud, and I still thought he did enough to win that round.
Let me ask y'all this real quick, because it looked like Canelo was in phenomenal shape, but then when the fight happened, it seemed like he lost his legs. Did y'all see it the same way?
I think it's a combination of 2 things. I think that the fatigue mentally was getting to him. I think he got mentally fatigued because he hitting him with everything he got, but this Mickey Fricky was catching every big shot. No big shot actually landed. The only ones that landed was to the body. But after a while, just moving, not being able to gauge his distance, and he couldn't just get timing down. It got to the point where he was frustrated, and he kept getting pot shot between it. So those pot shots was frustrating. You just saw pure frustration, and he quit. Just like Bivol, he quit in the Bivol fight. He quit. Like he's like, yo, I can't get nothing accomplished. I can't hit this Mickey Fricky. Yeah, that's what
T. Hill was saying. That fatigues you worse than anything. B3 is when you trying your best, and this works on everybody else, but this guy ain't working. It's not working. And you get to a point where you're just so frustrated. It's mentally draining, and the mental goes into your physical, and then you get to a point where you know what? Fuck it. I fuck it.
Yeah.
I can't win. And he got to that point. I never thought I would see anybody mentally break Canelo. I saw Bivol do it, and then I saw Bud do it. That's the only 2 guys I saw mentally they broke him.
Yeah, Bivol broke him. You could tell he got frustrated. Then he just laid on the rope. This one he tried to fight, but hell, every time he was throwing a punch, that nigga was kicking.
So he couldn't win nothing he could tell him to do. Neither no kind of adjustment or nothing Eddie Reynoso gave him. You know, they say his fighters don't make adjustments, and that was a perfect example. You know, no kind of adjustment or nothing.
Nah, that's real. Yeah, that's a fact. And they was calling him out about that before the fight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say one thing. If there was adjustments to be made, it had to be for him to the way he delivered the shot, because he was catching every shot that was hard. Mm-hmm. It was like he was seeing it coming and he would catch it. He would catch it, and it didn't break his arm. So most people, that's where most people tap out, because it's hitting the arm so hard. It's like, damn, I don't want to get hit like that hard when it counts. And the opportunities that he did have to score, missed.
Canelo was trying to hit.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. When has Canelo ever had to make an adjustment in the fights we've seen him in? Never.
Yeah.
People always adjust to him. He doesn't make adjustments.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, when he had to adjust against Mayweather, he couldn't do it. When he had to adjust against Bivol, he couldn't do it. When he had to adjust against Bud, he couldn't do it.
And the cool thing was,
and I want to ask y'all about this fight. Oh, go ahead, Tio. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say in the fight, Bud gave him 3 different looks in that fight. He kept rotating in between those 3 different looks, and it was frustrating the hell out of him.
Now I want to know if y'all think he adjusted well in the Laura fight.
Laura got tired, I think, man, and he started slowing down towards the end.
Okay.
I think, like my man, the analyst said, I think the anxiety was setting in because he was catching shots, but them bad boys probably was hurting. I think that's ultimately what got Charlo, the anxiety. That dude took a shot to the shoulder, and that's hurting. He was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to get hit. So that when he did catch one, he was like, oh, before it get bad, let me go on and kneel.
Yeah. He did the right thing because he saved himself from getting knocked out.
But the opportunity was there. Hey, like I said, the left from Crawford was there all night. He didn't throw hard. And that speaks to the party. He does hit hard because if he didn't hit hard, he would have. You said what?
I never heard an echo.
Yeah, there was an echo, but I was gonna say like the left to the straight left was available to Crawford all night long, especially when he was throwing that body shot with the left. Whenever Canelo threw that body shot to the left, it was like he was striking the pose. Crawford could have threw that ish all night long. Could have tagged him all night long, but he does hit hard, so I ain't gonna risk it. Because what if I throw it and he got something ready for it? I extend out.
Yeah, I think the echo was me.
I was like, the one thing that truly impressed me with Crawford and just in general is his punch variety. You know what I'm saying? Especially with his uppercuts, his hooks, the way he can throw to the body. Now, he stayed away from a body attack against Canelo. He touched him to the body a few times. I mean, he really hooked off to a body a few times, but I mean, just his punch variety was on another level against Canelo, man. And he was just snapping his head back. I mean, he had his will with Canelo. Let's be honest.
Does Bomac get trainer of the year for that performance? Anybody?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, and we would have to really think if anybody else put themselves in position to take the award. Yeah. But and everybody's going to probably harp into the fact that Bomac had some fighters lose this year. But to bring up Bud, I think Bomac did get the award, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was last year, but I think it was the year that they beat Spence. And I believe that may have been the same year that Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr. had upset Liam Smith in the rematch. So he just got the award. I believe that was 2023.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he should get it again, unless somebody else do something more impressive.
Okay.
I guess that's gonna be the biggest win. I don't think nothing's gonna be bigger than that. The Canelo win, I don't think that's gonna go nothing surpass that. I was going to try to throw put Bill Haney in there if Devin can come back and win and be a 3-division champion, but you can't put that win over the Canelo win. You know what I'm saying?
2 weight classes like that,
Yeah, coming up.
147.
The only thing bigger than that is if somebody take down Usyk, because right now Usyk is just dominating things.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You would have to take out Usyk to get that. I mean, anybody else with a long run, I mean, there ain't too many other folks that you can say with a long run that oh yeah, well. And like I said, the stigma with the ring, with the judges, you got a stigma with the judges that you got to overcome. And he was able to do it, man. Like I say, shout out to him. He just dominated after 5, he dominated the fight. Like he dictated the pace of the fight. He dictated the way that the fight was being taking place. And on top of that, he left him looking flustered. And you can't give somebody a fight when they're over there stopping and looking at their corner or stopping and turning around and doing whatever you think. Now I'm no fool, bro. I know it's a lot of people after watching it. Oh, he could have stopped him. I don't think he's gonna stop him, but he effectively stopped him by making him really quit. Like he didn't have the zest to fight no more. He didn't have the fervor to fight no more. He was just done because he knew I can't get in nothing clean no more.
Like Sugar Ray Leonard said, that's worse than stopping him. Like when Roberto Duran quit, he said that's better than knocking him out.
Salute to the good brother Reeve Crawford. He said that brother was in his Cy Young bag like Greg Maddux. Man, salute.
Yeah.
Hey,
That,
I hate Greg Maddux because I know he tormented the Dodgers, bro. That Mickey Freaky
yeah,
was nice, dog. I
yeah,
like Glavine too, but I
yeah,
remember the way he used to push them corners, man. That dude would throw corners and change speeds like nobody's business. So he would give you a different angle at a different speed.
They had one of the best pitching staffs in history. That guy, him and John Smoke.
That's what Bud was doing. That's what was so impressive Saturday night. Bud was changing. He would throw some soft shit. They had to come with something hard. He changed the speed on his punches. You never knew what was coming.
Yeah.
that's a fact.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he had him flustered, man. And I mean, that more so than anything, that's better than the stoppage because this Mickey Freaky, like I said, he got hit one time and he looked like, goddamn, dog, I can't do nothing right. Like, nothing right.
Is Bud an all-time great?
Absolutely. Now, where he's ranked at is up for discussion, and because you got resumes, you got different eras.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for me personally, and I'm not a historian, I would rank him top 15 on my list. I would have to really break down where I have everybody, but I don't.
That's it right there, B3. That's exactly where I got him. I got him top 15 cast because when you got the Henry Armstrongs of the world, the Sugar Ray Robinsons of the world, the Sam Langstons of the world, the Muhammad Ali's, the Sugar Ray Leonards. I mean, come on, that top 3 all time and come on, man. That's you putting a little bit too much on.
Yeah, but the Buttercups is out, boy, and they over there claiming, he gonna stink all of them, dog. That Bud is that guy. He's just that dude, dog. And you put him up in there and you let him play, he taking out Muhammad Ali, he taking out Henry Armstrong, he taking out Floyd Mayweather. Them niggas ain't got a chance.
But if you just say the question all-time greats with the S, I think Bud got to be in there. You got to mention Bud.
That's what we saying, Kaz. I say he top 15 all time.
Yes,
We're talking about from the inception of boxing, from the inception of boxing in the 1700s to now. He's top 15.
No question. Yep. No question about it. He's in there.
One thing I know is that, every challenge that he has had, he has surpassed. So you can't doubt that for sure. You can't doubt that for sure. You got to give him his props. There's some people that ain't trying to give him his props. And then there's some people that, man, is using this to downplay everybody else. He don't need that, man. His record, like he said, man, we all great in our era.
Yeah.
We great. You know what I'm saying? I'm great. I'm great in this era. They're great in their era.
The people that know will give him his props, The people that know and count will give it to him.
He deserves it. Yeah. I just feel like it's nasty work trying to throw him in with Benavidez because, they made an excuse for Canelo. So now they want to throw him in with Benavidez. What's y'all take on that? Do y'all want to see Bud at 160 or 175 just so he can get a 6th division under his belt?
Hey, I mean, if he's gonna fight, I would rather it be at 60, not 75. I don't want to see him go up to 75.
I don't want to see Bud Crawford go nowhere near Morrell, Benavidez, Beterbiev, Bivol. I don't want him nowhere near them dudes. Go to 60.
I think he should retire. This is the perfect way to go out.
Yeah, I think he should retire. That's what I think too.
Yeah,
I think he should hang up right now.
Well, retire, man.
But hold on, Cass. Hold on, Cass. Hold on, Cass. But if somebody throwing $100 million at the dude,
there is that.
You gotta take that. You gotta take that, man. You can't pass that up.
Nah, you can't. And we've seen him post off. So if he needs to, he can get on that bike and work and box off the back foot. Like for what I'm saying. He clipped Victor a few times in that fight. I think he dropped him about 3 times. Now this would be a high weight. I just feel like, man, I just don't want to see him get lose. You know what I'm saying on a.
P3. Let me ask you this. I was asking Shelton and T Hill. I think I asked T Hill. Can Benavidez make 68 now?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
No,
I doubt it. Benavidez, he's walks around well over 215, 220.
So they had to do a catch weight.
But he's not going to defend those belts neither. He don't be defending belts. He just get them, and then he lets them go. So he ain't defending that.
I'm
I mean,
saying
it
Yeah,
would
because
make
that's a
more
lot of
sense
bread.
for him.
You right to here.
if
It
they
would make
both
more sense for him to go to 60 and try to get those belts there. So hopefully that would
get
be
Benavidez,
like
right?
like Sean said, man. I don't want to see him in the ring with some super ass big dude, dog, because after a
Yeah.
while it just take one shot.
Do you
That's
feel
what
like
I'm saying.
Is Janet Beck too big?
Nah,
Because you know when they
No,
asked him about his
Janabek's not too
plan,
big.
the first thing he
Adamas is not
said
too
was
big.
160. Remember? He said, "I might go down to 160."
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. And it would be nice. You know what? That's the fight right there. That's the fight. Turkey needs to make it right with Carlos Adames because he beat Shiraz in my opinion, and they gave him a draw.
Yeah, he
They should
sure
make
did.
They should do Bud versus Carlos Adames at 160, so Bud can have a chance to be a 6th division champ. I like that fight.
Yeah, that Shiraz, Joe. That
You
would
know what
be
I would like more though? To be honest with y'all, what I would really like is for Bud to go out on top, just as it is.
yeah.
Yeah, after
yeah,
There's
Canelo.
that's
nothing
like
left for him to do.
that's
There's
like
nothing left for
you
him
in
to
the world.
do.
Yeah, that's like you in the World Series, man, and you on the 3-2 count, dog, and the bases is loaded. You down 3, and you hit the grand slam home run, and you in
You
your
was the one
twilight
that
of your
said it
career.
though. They threw like 100 million at him.
Oh, it's coming. It's
That
coming.
for me,
Because
I'm
he's
speaking
the
for
king on the
myself.
hill.
Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
know.
speaking for myself.
Right.
If I was Bud,
Right.
that's
I
the
was
only thing that bring me back is $100 million.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, I ain't fucking with it.
Right. I
And
agree.
the more people or the more influences, see, this is what I'm saying. The training. If Bud can get through the training, he still has the will to compete. Then I expect to see him back in the ring. I don't think, but I only think he's going. I only think he's going to stop when he doesn't love to compete. And I
Right.
know he needs a name that he's going to get up for.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
He not gonna do it though. Only person that I say or is Bivol really. Bivol, because he beat Canelo, because he beat Beterbiev, so he beat 2 former undisputeds. Bivol has earned the right to be in the ring with Crawford. A lot of these other guys haven't earned that right. Nobody wants to see the fight, right? I mean, from our perspective, Mr. Show's perspective, I'm sure we don't want to see him to have to go fight Bivol, but if he's going to stay in a championship boxing, I think that's the only one that we would say, man, this brother went to 75, beat Bivol. Nobody in the history of boxing would have gone from 135 to 175 and been champion. Come on now.
Ain't nobody in the history of boxing went from 135 to 168 and been champion. Ain't
The
nobody done
only
this before.
I heard believe Roberto Duran.
The brother Brand went to 160. He didn't go 68.
Okay, he didn't get 68. Okay, well yeah,
He
then
was
Bud is
160.
already. Yeah. Okay.
And that would be 4 undisputed. Well, would that be undisputed? Is Bivol undisputed still?
See, Benavidez got the last belt.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Bivol don't have them. Right.
So, and then they got a mandatory. Bivol got like a mandatory coming up with another one of the belts. I think it's like Michael Eifert or somebody. So they gonna try to strip Bivol here soon. So he probably had 2 belts here soon.
Well, hell, Crawford known for taking people's places in matchup, dog. Why don't he go after one of them and then try to close it out? No, I'm just joking, Cap. I wouldn't go up there and mess with them big boys.
But you know, Bivol just came off that back surgery, so Bivol gonna have a little chance. He gonna give him a little leeway.
I think that's the fight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think that's the fight, but nothing else makes sense. But I think that's the fight.
I wanted to see the rubber match.
If I was Bud, you know what I would do? If I was Bud, I'd make a deal with Jay Prince. No, I wouldn't do that because I like Bobby Moses. I'll take over the training of Keyshawn Davis if I was Bud. I'll retire and become Keyshawn Davis trainer. That way I can stay inside boxing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you think Keyshawn is the future?
Keyshawn is good, man. He's mentally unstable. There's something wrong with that kid. I think he's a few cans short of a 6-pack. But as a fighter, that kid is good.
Yeah, he got the skills. He got the goods for sure. Yeah. How old is Keyshawn? 26?
25, 26, something like that.
Yeah. He's a little bit maturement. Is that a word, maturement? But yeah, other than that, he got the goods as a fighter though. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's maturity, but yeah, for sure. He definitely needs to
So has he gone to 140, Keyshawn? Did he make the move? Well, he didn't say. Anybody? Where's Keyshawn fighting at?
Yeah, he got to move up. I think he was done at 35.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he can make 35 no more, Cass. I think he gotta move up.
What's his name? What's the guy name? Mercado. He said he was waiting for Keyshawn to get to 140.
That dude ain't that good, man. That dude, he's another Lester Martinez, man. They put all this hype on these dudes, and you get these dudes in the ring. And like, what happened? I thought this dude was supposed to be. But of course, he gonna look like that against Dan from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that's just matchmaking, you know.
Or John from Walmart. You know, he gonna look good.
Yeah.
But when you put him in there with somebody that's gonna actually punch his ass back, it looks totally different.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, man. Bud has done enough, man. He could retire at this point.
That's what I would do if I was him. I would, hey. Only
yeah,
man.
Because I couldn't believe that shit. I was all salivating and ready to see this monster. Lester Martinez, they put that dude. I'm like, this dude?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
But yeah, man, now after thinking about it, if he does fight and it's going to be for something for stakes, then it would be something that would line up itself well, where you can get all belts in one fell swoop. So that does make the Benavidez Bivol, if they ever have that match, a possibility. But I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think he'd be willing to go all the way up there to fight them.
Catch weight.
Yeah,
but I don't think you can put the belts on the line to catch them.
Unless, you can. Anything that's over 68 is 75. If it's 69, it's still 175. You feel me? As long as it's not over 75. But here's the thing, though. Let's look at the fact that a lot of Bud haters put out there. And it's really a true fact. It's really a true statement. Bud has been a beneficiary. Bud has been the beneficiary of being in the right place at the right time on a lot of occasions. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Bud's had a lot of luck on his side, and he had a lot of good timing on his side. Because, get all them belts in one shot twice, that's hard to do, fellas.
Yeah, no. It's not been that many got them all at once like that.
He got a great co-manager. Don't that sound familiar? Somebody being in position at the right time around the belts.
I think that's only like the 5th or 6th time somebody got all four at once.
And you got to remember this too. It's a lot of it has to do with Bud, because Bud had to keep winning to be in them positions.
Yeah, he did.
No, absolutely, definitely that.
Yeah, man. Salute the Bud, man. But yeah, he definitely he took advantage of that position that he was in, and he definitely I'm glad he really identified that he could beat Canelo and took that task on, because now he's at the top of the hill. He's the king of the hill now. So now we get to really see what's what. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm ready for this next generation of fighters to kind of really stake their claim in the sport. We had, like you say, the two legends. I mean, the two current active legends have faced off. You know what I mean? So it's right. It's not really outside of a Bivol. I don't know. I want to hear from Ja. What's good, Ja? I want to hear from your perspective what you want to see Crawford do. Do you feel like is there any other names that you want to see him in with?
Yeah, what's up, Ja?
What's up? I don't think you need to see Crawford with nobody even before the Canelo fight, and we saying it like that. But like, I see Crawford in there with Benavidez. Like, why he can't fight Benavidez? Cause we would have still been wanting Canelo to fight him, and he would have beat Crawford. we would have still wanted to see Canelo fight Benavidez. I think he could beat Benavidez. I seen some of the stuff Morrell landed on him, and I feel like Morrell's skill is kind of low. But if he beat Benavidez, then you gotta put him even higher with the greats. But I wanted to see him like at 160. I want to see him bring all the 154 pounders up to 160 and fight all of them. Like give them a shot to fight Crawford. See if they could beat Crawford. Like Charlo, Vondora, maybe Keith Thurman might finally fight him. Cause it don't matter what time him and Keith Thurman fight, they gonna get credit for even fighting each other, no matter what point it is in their career. He might go fight Ludeman. I feel like he probably, and then Boots might finally get a shot to fight Crawford, depending on how Boots do at 154. If Crawford, he still got a lot in his tank, from what I'm looking at him. I thought the Canelo fight was a lot closer than everybody else saying it was, but I feel like if they fought again, Crawford would dominate more clearly than he did this first fight. So ain't no problem with that. But it's like he don't look like he done though. Crawford don't look done.
Nah, he definitely don't look done. Do you expect Canelo to push for the rematch?
Canelo look like he done. Not even like not even physically, like mentally. He look like he tired of all of this. Like, and he was even like saying in one of his interviews, like he been boxing since he was so little. He been pro since he was 15.
Yep.
Ain't nothing more for Canelo to really do. Like, but I don't know what he don't have to be done. But mentally, he should. Like, if I was with Canelo, I want him to be done. Like if I was one of his kids or something, I'd be like, I want him to be done with boxing. Like, what you need to do it for?
Yeah.
Crawford just beat him, so he took that spotlight from him, and he want to give people shots like to boost their career, like Tyson Fury did. Then he could do that, but he been doing that basically. He just fought Berlanga. He fought Charles. He ain't had to fight none of these fights in the recent years.
Nope.
That's a fact. I'm with you on that. And yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna say this. He do have, I think, like 3 more fights left on his deal with Turkey. Or I mean, maybe. Well, he said 3 fights. Turkey said 3 fights, so he confirmed. I thought it was 4. I thought that Canelo had got another fight out of Turkey on that deal when they was negotiating, when he kind of played like he was gonna fight Jake Paul. So I believe, but at the press conference, Turkey said they had 3 fights. So he got over 100 million for this fight. They saying this is probably like 150, and I'm assuming it's 2 more fights for Canelo. So I mean, of course, you know, Canelo can retire if he want to retire. I'm gonna be honest. I'm leaning with Ja. I think that Canelo, unless he fights Crawford again, which of course will be for his undisputed back, I could really see him going to the UK and fighting like a Shiraz or a Chris Eubank Jr. To be honest, I mean, nobody would want to see those fights, but I mean, think about it. If the Chris Eubank Jr., if he beats Conor Benn again or he stops Conor Benn, then the UK would love to see Canelo over there, right? Yeah. And then with Shiraz, you know, Shiraz is kind of becoming a you know, somewhat of a he's a Turkey star essentially, you know. That's so awesome. Those is not, you know, fights that we want to pay for, but everybody gets like their what it is, like a sign off fight, you know what I'm saying, or like a, you know, like when you know, retirement fights. True. So nobody want to see that, but I mean, outside of the, you know, getting it back in blood with Crawford, which I don't think he's intending to do because it didn't seem like it. I would really want to see. I really want to see him retire as well. I mean, Canelo has done a lot for the sport. Yeah. So I just feel like I don't know how they're gonna do that contractually because he is locked in. That's the only reason I brought that up.
Yeah, that was makes sense. Fight.
It makes sense what you're saying about the contract. Like, he probably guaranteed money already. So I just finished them couple fights out. Let somebody get their shine by just even being in the ring with him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he fight Crawford, like that'd be what. But he looked like from what he said after the fight, they asked him like, did he want the rematch? He didn't really want it. Like he didn't care. Like
Yeah.
So I
It
don't
didn't
even
seem
want to
like
see that rematch because Crawford did good enough this first time where it's like it's going to be a bigger difference in the second one with Crawford. Now that he already shared the ring with him,
yeah.
then he know what he could do now. But like, yeah, he should go ahead then get the rest of his bread, get up out of there for real.
Yep. Just get 2 more fights, put his name on somebody's resume, get the money, go off into the sunset. Yep. That would be the plan. I would do if I was him. You know, you got generational wealth right now. His great grandkids gonna be millionaires. So
You know, man, he solidified his family, man.
yeah. So yeah.
Canelo is definitely in silk sheets, but it just shows that Crawford is at that level. Because I think Canelo would have beat a lot of guys that night that he fought Bud. But Bud just was able to take it up a level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take it up a notch. You know, you could tell he's the fresher fighter. He could tell that he had the better legs, the better condition. So I mean, I just see Crawford staying active in the sport. I don't see why, but that's the thing for like how do I put this? It's going the money dynamic, right? The pay. It's like, okay, can you make a fight with Canelo again and give Crawford 100 million and Canelo 100 million?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
that's 200 million.
you can't. And unfortunately, man, that's the dilemma with him too. Are you going to start paying him like 100 million for a fight?
Right. And
He's
I mean
not
that's a
gonna
lot
get
of
that money.
bread.
Yeah, he's not gonna get that money. He don't command demographic as well as Canelo commands the demographic, and he commands different demographics as well too.
Exactly.
So it's not like that for him. He doesn't have that stigma. He's not a Mayweather type guy. You got to have people hating you so much that they want to see you lose.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
See, they do fight again. Yeah, Canelo gonna get the big part of it again. Canelo probably, even though Bud got the belts, Canelo might be the A side. They fight again.
Yeah, Canelo's all. Yeah, I mean that's a good point.
Canelo gonna always be the A side, bro.
Even though Bud got the undisputed.
Yeah. Well, I think he gave him back the belts.
Did he?
That let me know he don't want them belts, man. He never do want that. He just want to get a chance to win them.
You know they do that at the end of the fights because those got his name on them. You know they got to ship Crawford his belts. So all the fighters do that.
Well, you ain't gonna see that nigga walking around with no belts. Maybe at the press.
He got that ring belt.
He definitely was wearing the ring. He gonna wear that because that's something.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna be walking around with belts because he's not gonna defend them bad boys. Yeah, if he do any kind of. You said what, Cass?
Did you get some kind of expensive watch or something too?
It was a ring. It was like a championship ring. That joint was fire.
Yeah. Because he was showing it when he was interviewing him back there. Yeah, it was a ring, right? I know it was. They gave him something.
But the thing that's more troublesome is that the fact that the belts are now with Riyadh, because that's who was promoting him, Riyadh season. So they got the belts. They got control of the belts.
They got the juice now.
Yeah.
So now that's the only thing that you got to worry about. But anyway, I mean, hell, shout out to Crawford, man. He did a job, dog. He went up in there, did his thing, dog, and can't nobody take nothing away from him.
No.
And he got
now, all we
awarded.
gotta do is see who's gonna be the next. If Shakur Stevenson gonna take over that mantle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you hoping for?
You got Gary Antoine.
I hope somebody do it.
I don't know if it's gonna be Shakur Stevenson, dog.
His hands is gonna be.
Might be the next face.
Next face of boxing. Cook on that, T.
Next face, man. Honestly, bro, That's a good question because the people that are very good don't have like identity or personalities.
That's right.
And you know, if you don't have that, you got to have something that they can all get behind, and it can't be a brother because not everybody get behind brothers. Excellent. In fact, this brother won, and you got people that's using this opportunity instead of celebrating this brother to tear down other brothers. And that's crazy.
And it's hard to get that Floyd effect, you know, get the people that hate you so much, like
you got to be whooping. You got to be whooping. You got to be whooping tail. So now, if it's somebody coming in there whooping a lot of people's favorite fighters' tail, that's how you get it. That's the one thing about Floyd that, you know, he was able to garner. He was able to fight a lot of people who was emotionally tied into a fighter and beat the dogs out of him.
Right.
I mean, in his whole entire career, he only had 3 fights that were kind of close. Everything else was like by demolishment.
You know why it's hard to get that nowadays, T. Hill? Because it's hard to get the other guys to fight you. You know, like they would get.
Well, yeah. Because now, like, it's a case in point. You got Bud. Bud didn't even make but $10 million, but $10 million go a long way. And you know, when Floyd was fighting, people weren't making that much money. They had to fight because they didn't want to go punch a clock.
That's right.
If you can fight and you can get score you like $5 million, you ain't got to have that urge to punch the clock. So you ain't got to punch another person for a minute neither. I mean, that's what I see is the biggest difference, and not putting in the requisite time in the gym, man, because that also takes away from your time. There's a lot of people multitasking, so to speak.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get that big payday now without putting the work in.
Yeah, they want that big payday.
Floyd did the work, man. You know.
Floyd did, and he had to concede a whole lot before he can actually get it. I mean, people don't realize that he got ultimately B-sided by Oscar De La Hoya.
That's right.
Everything you possibly could do to a fighter, De La Hoya did to him, and he still whooped that tail.
And Floyd went in there and did it, and he beat him. And then he was the man after that, you know.
And then there's
that was a close fight, but
yeah, it was.
That was it was a pretty close fight. But what I would say is, do you feel like Canelo had an understanding that he was probably going to lose the Bud? That's why it took $150 million to get him in the ring.
He could have had that feeling. I don't know. I mean, he knows.
He knows boxing.
Yeah, he knows what he struggles with and what he don't struggle with. So maybe he did know. But I'll go back to that Canelo. I mean that De La Hoya and Mayweather. All I say is go back, watch that at half speed, and remember the key term: activity versus achievement.
Right.
You can be active as hell, but if they ain't I mean, Canelo was active in this fight. But everything that he landed that would have done damage, he caught with his gloves. He caught with his arms. Or he made him miss altogether. And them things take a toll because after a while, you get frustrated. And you saw the frustration mount up in De La Hoya, too. So he wasn't landing like a lot of people, but it sounded good because the crowd roaring, and it looked good because he's throwing punches. But a lot of them bad boys wasn't landing. But
one of the judges too. One of the judges gave it to him. Do you remember?
Well, that's because one of the judges gave it to him. A couple of judges gave it to him against Pernell Whitaker.
Yep.
Pernell Whitaker out-threw him, outlanded him, and knocked him down.
He was the golden boy.
Was the champion and lost the fight. It's and before then you had to beat the champion.
Yeah,
this is
right.
Yeah, he outlanded, he outthrew or outpunched and knocked him down and still lost the fight.
Yeah.
So, you know, man, that's what was my major concern, because I think he'll probably win eight rounds, and he definitely won 8, possibly 9. He could even say 10. I just thought that, hey, yo, if he only won like X amount of rounds, they give it to Canelo because that's where the money is. But the weight, and that's the difference between the lower fight. Lower kind of waned in the later rounds. Crawford didn't.
He finished. Yeah.
He finished, and you could start seeing your boy Canelo waning. and him getting
Yep.
frustrated. So that was the difference in the reason why he didn't get that decision, because
Yeah.
he actively looked frustrated. He actively looked like he couldn't do anything. He just got absolutely flustered. And you
Yeah.
can't award nobody no victory when they
Yeah.
display that in the ring.
Yep.
Well, they wanted to T Hill, because Crawford had to win the 11th and the 12th.
Yeah.
So
Put
if
the
he didn't
exclamation point.
fade and
Yeah.
he was pressing the action forward or landed anything significant, they would have definitely had it a draw.
One of those rounds. Yep. B3 would have
Yeah,
been
they would have given him a draw for sure if he would have done something in those 2 rounds. But
Hmm.
Yeah,
if he
Crawford won
would,
the
They was
championship
aware of that.
rounds. Crawford
Yeah.
won them championship rounds for
Yes, he
sure.
did.
That's what
Because they was
decided the
aware of what
fight.
y'all talking about. They had to put the exclamation point on the end of that bad boy, and he did.
I think
Yeah.
Canelo was aware too what he was doing for Crawford's career. That's
Hmm.
probably what make him had to get the 150 though.
Yeah.
Like more than anything, it's like I'm really giving you the chance to be the man or whatever. And I
Yeah.
think the money might be more behind Crawford because he got more people he could fight. Like he could fight Benavidez, or he could fight all of them at 154.
Hmm.
So it's more fights to be made for Crawford than Canelo. And then I think that the face of boxing, like I would like to see somebody like Abdullah. I think top rank good when it come to building a fighter career. But like
Hmm.
I think the face of boxing probably somebody who's still in the amateurs. Just based
Mm.
off of what I'm, cause you gotta be real like separated from the rest of the people that's even at the top level.
That's true.
Some of the young kids, what I see them doing, just like inspiring videos and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I look forward to seeing. We still got the remember the twins. What's they name? The Brady twins or
The
something? Or
Grady, the
Grady?
Grady twins.
Yeah,
Brady.
like I want to see some of them around that age group.
Hmm.
Like I want to see what they do. I feel like
Hmm.
because I know somebody wanna make some different moves, business moves as well that we ain't never seen nobody make. And then I know other fighters, probably somebody from the UK,
Yeah.
they probably want that, like, cause it's usually like a Mexican or a black fighter who become the face of boxing.
Yeah, that young guy that signed with Danny Garcia, I think his name David Garcia. He like 17.
Hmm.
He coming up on a car here soon. I got to do some more research on it, but he pretty good.
Okay.
I done seen him box. He like
Yeah.
17 years old. He really good. He be training with Mickey Bay.
Hmm.
Um, Another one, Jado. I want to know what y'all thoughts on Scooter Davis is. I like Scooter Davis. I mean, he been showing power. Uh, I think but like you saying, with the face of boxing, it's gonna be tough. That's tough. That's tough. That
Yeah,
you got to be because you got to be probably with Floyd or Oscar, right?
Yeah.
And then you gotta have you definitely gonna have to have a look because you think about a Golden Boy, Pretty
Right.
Boy,
yeah,
Tank Davis. He had the like the urban community. He had everybody around
Yeah, they
him,
had that crossover appeal
and he
too.
had Floyd.
Not
Yeah, that
just boxing.
crossover appeal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna
yeah.
be tough. It's gonna be tough.
I could
but
see
but the key,
Abdullah out of anybody.
Abdullah,
well,
yeah,
for Abdullah to
Yeah,
clean
be
cut.
that guy, he would have to sign over to the PBC because
with
instantly.
Scooter,
Go ahead.
with Scooter, it's like he's still fresh to me though. Like we moving
Hmm.
him too fast. Like he would have to get for
Mhm.
him to get it. He gotta get some fights with some other. Like if he get a fight with Abdullah or Kamal, somebody like, and then he beat him.
Hmm.
But it still
Hey,
gotta be
Quinn.
more build up for that though. Cause they
Yeah.
ain't gonna give him the credit to be the face of boxing. They beat him so soon. Like you gotta see them do something to hype around it, or something controversial got happen in the world, and then at the same time, it's like we might get an opportunity for like the throwback season to come back. That's what I feel like a different era,
Hmm.
like how you
Mhm.
get like you know how like in your family like some stuff might pass a generation like you might
Right.
look like your grandfather more than you look like your father or
Right.
something like I feel like that's how
Right.
boxing gonna be like that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Interesting. Yeah.
So you feel like it might go back to people fighting each other, like good
Yeah,
competitive
cause
fights.
look at these competitors like they don't got no eventually it's gonna be like ain't no way you gonna be able to get to a certain point without fighting somebody that's just super skilled. Like you
That's
got
right.
fathers that been in the game, been training these youngins, and then like they coming up with a lot of boxing knowledge versus
Mhm.
like before you had some people like all right they real good, then you got other people it's like they ain't really been doing this since they was a little kid. Like we got little babies out here boxing like
Yeah.
on video. So I want to see. Yeah, I think it might go back to that throwback season.
Yeah.
I
Bud
would love
Canelo
that.
might be a lead into that because these youngsters look at that and see how Bud got, how big he done got just from beating Canelo, and they might want to do similar things like that, you know?
Man,
And
so
if
I'm
I had
hoping.
to see,
In there with big names, man. You know? I mean,
if I
not
had
every
to,
fight, but, you know.
yeah,
Go ahead, Jerome.
if I had to see one more fight from Bud,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be Benavidez, yo. I think he
Mm-hmm.
could beat Benavidez. Why we counting him out with that one? That might be a trigger for Bud too. Like he hear like, oh, you don't think I could beat Benavidez? Cause Bomac said like he could have been at 168,
Yeah,
175, one more weight up.
that's
Canelo
all.
tried to do it. He went back down at the Bivol, spanked him.
Yeah.
What I said, I could see Bud actually exposing Benavidez with some. Cause Benavidez is super good, but
That's a good point.
he got that recklessness. Like somebody with the IQ of Bud could expose it.
Yeah, like you and Bomac, like you said, he said he could have been at 168, so why not 175? It's just the next weight class up, you know. So shoot.
Well, at 175 for him to bite, he's gonna have to have all the belts. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So hopefully Benavidez and Bilal fight so that they can get all the belts in the winter. We can make that
Right.
fight.
In
But
one man's
as
hands.
far as the face, bro, if it's gonna be Abdullah would have to essentially sign with the PBC. There's a general consensus of hate against anybody that is the face of the PBC because you never get to see Al Heyman, but they take it out, and then there's the alignment with Mayweather.
Right.
So you got to have like some things that bring you a level of attention, but also that people can get behind or can go against.
Yeah.
I
can see
think
what you're
I
saying.
think Abdullah could shine at 140 too. If some of them fighters still up there, like Richardson Hitchens, you got Gary.
Yeah.
But
And
that's a tough road though. But like he got the opportunity and he move up to 140, depending. And they most of them like he probably could get them some good fights through the PBC. But like I feel like the fact that he at top rank already, like they most of the faces they didn't built top rank, then built them. Or somebody from top rank like Oscar built up Canelo, but like top rank built up Floyd and they built up Oscar.
yeah, both of them came out of this. Manny Pacquiao too
They
came out
ain't
of
get the
this.
shots that they wanted, but they became like the face of boxing
Yeah.
just because of the way Top Rank promote their fighters. They probably got like a partnership with Ring Magazine, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
And see, I feel like if the hand injuries wasn't affecting Shakur, I think he could kind of be that next one.
Yeah.
And and especially with the trajectory, because look, he was a silver medalist. Floyd was a
Right.
silver medalist.
Got the ring.
Oscar was a gold medalist.
Mhm.
And that was so they was kind of he's on that same trajectory. Now he's a 3 division champ, going on 4 divisions.
Mhm.
I feel like his style is probably a little bit off putting for the casuals, but I think with the right opponents,
Yeah.
if
That's
his
right.
hands hold up, it don't matter about his style. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Yeah.
great fighter is gonna make him fight better. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have
That's a
to
good point,
step up his fight game.
Yeah.
So like he needs to get a Tiafimo, and then
Right.
possibly a Unify, and
Mhm.
or with a Hitchens or with a Gary Antoine, and then let him go to 147. Now
Mhm.
if he can stay healthy, I think Shakur is on that trajectory to be kind of the next guy after Canelo and
Yeah.
Bud. When Bud retired.
He gonna have the opponents because when he go 140, 147, all them same guys gonna become going to 147 around that time, you know.
Yeah, he gonna have a
Gary
lot of
Antoine
opponents.
and Hitchens, all of them, yeah, they'll be going up together, you know.
I could see Shakur, cause like even after Bud fought, he shout out Shakur, like, or before the fight. Cause it take more than just being good. Like, you gotta have the right backing to become the
You
face.
do. You do.
And
Yeah.
then at 140, oh yeah, that's a good. If he, cause him and Hitchens, he could beat Hitchens. Like right now, he supposed to be fighting To next. I feel like he could have did that, made a move like that a lot sooner if he would have fought Keyshawn.
I
Like,
know.
and he
Yeah,
could
but
have fought Abdullah after that, gave him a shot instead of, like, I feel like them is more quality than Zepeda. He probably could have beat Keyshawn just off of mind games alone, just playing mind games at the press conferences, like, and stuff like that. And then Abdullah, he could have caught him at a right spot where he real young and not as experienced. He could have beat him possibly, like, but like that's a good move. It'll do something at 140. Cause if him and Tank ain't fight, or him and Devin ain't fight, that kind of mess up his opportunity to be the face.
I know.
Cause
He should have
it
took
don't
that
really
fight with
matter how
Devin.
he look with them.
Yep.
It don't matter how he look fighting them.
Long
If he
they
just
fought
get the W,
Yep.
then that's all
right.
he needed.
That's all he needed. Yep.
I could say, hopefully he could still get the Tank fight. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Tank already kind of confirmed. Now y'all may know more than I would. Y'all, you kind of closer to the situation than a lot of people. But based on what he said at the press conference after the draw, he said he understood that draw extended his career. You know what I'm saying? So he had all intentions of fighting Lamont in August, right on August 16th before his incident, and then fighting Jake for that bag. But he didn't. He always intended on fighting some of these names that we want to see. So that's why when people jump on Tank, they kind of going overboard, and they really just trolling, because he had locked in the rematch already. Right. And then he already said that he knew that his career was extended. So that's why people kind of got to pay attention and stop, just trying to be cute or whatever, trying to be funny. They got to understand. They got to actually listen to the brother. He don't talk much, but when he talk, you got to listen.
And it's just that, go ahead, Jarrell.
With Tank, I don't know nothing for real about what they got going on as far as his career moves. Just based off of what I do know and what I heard him say, like, I feel like he intended to fight. Like, I think a lot of people make business moves so they could, like, hurt another fighter legacy. Because I feel like he did intend to fight everybody that you want to see him fight.
Right.
And then, like, it's harder to get the fights because it's like they know that's a legacy move for him. And then they know that they gotta they gotta meet his terms when it come to that fight. They don't really got no pull, like, to decide anything in the fight, like rehydration, money, none of where they fighting at, who come out first, all of that stuff. So it's like more difficult to fight them. And then the difference between Tank and anybody else that they might want to compare him to, I feel like he a natural born fighter. Like he fight because he a naturally, that's what he was really meant to do. And then it's just like when he talk about, like, really, like, leaving boxing, I take it a lot more serious. Cause, like, I feel like if he didn't have to box, he wouldn't. He'd do something else. But he is a boxer. Like, he was born to be that. But I feel like when it comes to, like, fighting and stuff like that, I feel like he probably rather, like, be in a different environment than an environment like that.
But after Jake Paul, he ain't gonna retire from boxing, and people know that. But when they announced Jake Paul, the people that's hating just look for an excuse. Don't like Tank anyway. Just looking for an excuse to hate. That's all that is. I mean,
a lot of people want to see him versus somebody for the legacy and all of that. Cause as much as they downplay Tank as a fighter, they give, if somebody beat him that they like, they give him all the credit in the world for beating him, like he the best fighter.
Ain't that
So
something?
that don't really make sense.
Same time down. That's downgrading your own fighter by downgrading Tank. That's diminishing their win if they beat him. You know. That's all
I
that
like
is.
to see what they say about him though. If they actually was giving him credit, the same people who discredit him, and
Yeah.
they real good at discrediting people and giving other people credit that they don't actually deserve. Like I would love to see if they was giving Tank credit the stuff that they say and how
Yeah.
they spin that narrative.
Yeah. That would be fun to listen to that. Yeah.
Nah, they're not gonna do that though.
But Tank
Because
could. My bad.
go ahead, no cook.
Nah, like the way we was talking about Shakur, how he could be the face at 140. Tank
Mm-hmm.
don't ever had, cause you got fighters that move up and you put them up there with the greats, and you got other fighters that's real good at a certain weight class in
Yeah.
that range, and we put them
Mm-hmm.
up there with the greats. Like I feel like Tank could stay at 135 for the rest of his
Yeah.
career, and
For
it's a
sure.
lot of competition right there. Like say even if Oshaki fight, like if he was to win or
Mm-hmm.
and beat Cool Boy, but I'm rooting for Cool Boy though. I ain't gonna lie, but like
Yeah,
Oshaki got the advantage, but like if he could come up and that'd be a good fight that I feel like people would want to see at 135, like
Yeah.
Foster versus Tank, especially with the style. It depends on how you do. I just feel like that range is like a good area because if he not moving up, like Shakur and all of them gonna be moving up. He might could even give Abdullah a shot before he get out. I feel like Tank could do something like that, where like people discredit him a lot, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he give people opportunities. Like it's easy to get an opportunity with him than it is with
Yep.
people at lower stardom than him. So I think people overlook stuff like that. Like he
Yeah.
ain't had to give Roach no shot. He could have fought
Nope.
anybody and got a W, and then everybody would have still came and watched the fight, no matter
Look how
what they
popular
wins
Roach
or not.
got, y'all. Look how popular Roach got after that, after fighting Tank. Mm-hmm. So I can see your point perfectly. Yeah.
I see Roach making a business move, like he want to keep his win streak going,
Mm-hmm.
cause people already put him at a certain status for having a draw with Tank. So
Right.
I
That's
respect
right.
a lot of their business move. Like even
Mm-hmm.
Devin though, like Devin fighting Brian Norman, if he
Yeah.
win that fight, that changes everything. Like it's nothing you could say about you can't discredit Devin for beating Brian Norman. No matter
Mm-mm.
people want to try right now, but you can't do it. Like Brian
No.
Norman is that at 147.
He
Like
been
we was
knocking them
actually
out.
taking that
Yeah.
serious. We was
Mm-hmm.
taking him and Boots serious.
Yep.
But we was never trying to really see T.O. and Boots or
Nah.
Shakur and Boots or Devin. We wasn't even trying to see Devin and Boots. Like so I feel like and he win that fight, that really boosts his career based off of, cause he don't need the stardom. They going to do that. He got a fan base. They going to big his name up anyway. But like when it comes to like boxing discussion, what could you say about him if he beat Brian Norman? It's
Who you
nothing you
like
could.
in that one, Joe? Devin and Norman. You got a pick?
I like both of them. Like I like
Okay.
Norman cause he younger and he up and
Yeah.
coming. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually rooting for Devin in this fight,
Okay.
and I usually don't cause
Yeah.
Tank is I be with Tank, and then all
Right.
the hoopla they got going on. I don't usually I usually root for Devin when he fight, but when it come
Yeah.
to Devin and Tank, I'm rooting for Tank. But like in
Yeah.
this Brian Norman fight, I feel like they counting him out. Like he not a
Mm-hmm.
fighter. Regardless what his father say, we see Devin go in the ring and really he a real fighter. Like you
He a
gotta
warrior.
respect him as that.
Yeah.
The same way with Kid Austin, I felt like that with him. Like he was getting a lot of stuff because of his father was saying stuff, but
I
it's
know.
like I don't really care
I know.
about
That's
that. Like
bad.
what he do in the ring,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
That's what you got
saying?
to look at. Yep.
And I respect Devin as a fighter. Like so, I'm rooting for him in this fight. Like
Yeah, I
Brian
picked Devin
Norman.
by decision. Unanimous decision. Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he's facing the number one fighter at 147 right now.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
I'm in agreement with that. I think Norman Jr. I mean, now that Booster moved out of the division, he definitely the most dangerous, the biggest puncher.
That's true.
So yeah, I think Devin should get full credit, even though Norman Jr. is kind of like a one-time champion. He's really just coming on the scene, just from these 3 last knockouts.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that it's not a tall task, because as we can see, Devin ain't cracking like that. So he's really gonna have to outbox.
Yeah.
So people gotta understand. Casuals don't really understand the magnitude of it, or like the skill set that you have to be able to outbox a puncher
like that. That's right.
Especially Brian Norman, like he not no stupid puncher. Like easy to hit, easy to turn. Like, so all the questions we got unanswered about Devin, he's sitting here taking a fight to eliminate them questions or whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to see Shakur get his hands fully healed. I feel like they wasn't even fully healed in the Zepeda fight, or he would have probably stopped Zepeda. Cause I know he got that type of skill though. He be right there in front of you and you can't mess with him still.
I know.
I just want to see him. I want to see him fight. I don't really give that big credit for the Zepeda win as far as his opponent. What he did was like, I'm happy to see him do it. Like, he did that for the fans. But like, I ain't expect, like, come on now. Of course you did that with Zepeda. Like, Zepeda get most of his hype off of fighting Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
And a lot of people said Farmer won the first fight,
Yeah, I thought Farmer won that one.
Yeah.
And I ain't think Farmer was somebody for them to hoop and holler about. He's similar to like Frank Martin, but he don't got that size though. Like, they should be beating Tevin Farmer. He actually shouldn't even be beating these people or even coming close in these fights, cause he started late and he don't got that size like that.
Yeah, I knew Shakur wasn't gonna have no problem with Zepeda from him and Farmer,
What I want to see is the next move that somebody gonna make when it come to promoting the boxing. Cause I feel like these recent years since Floyd retired, they've been trying to destroy boxing.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibe that I've been getting. Like, everything is saying like people trying to make boxing cheesy. They trying to take away from the essence of boxing. Like, they doing it. I feel like they doing it to all the sports though. And I feel like I don't want to see that. That's a luxury we get in life with all this real stuff going on. Like, sports is luxury. Like,
supposed to be a way to get away from that, from all the other nonsense,
Yeah. Like, they got them. They over here twerking on the football field, twerking for the refs now.
Yeah.
Can't tackle. The basketball league more about who dating somebody.
I know.
It's crazy. Like you
a
can't
soap
even
opera.
pay attention to the sport. Like, you
Yeah.
can't even pay attention to what they really like. It takes skill to do these sports, and then we get to see like miracles.
Yeah.
When it come to like athleticism and stuff like that, like that getting people something more to strive for, and not just be on some messy stuff all the time. All this messy stuff is invading everything.
Yeah, nowadays it's more about what's happening out of the athletic arena than what's going on the field or the court or in the ring. It's like the outside stuff is taking over. Like you were saying, it's more about who the basketball players dating and that kind of nonsense instead of what's going on the court now. You think social media got a lot to do with that? The social media era?
Nah, man. I think social media get bad rap. Like, I think it's history. You pay attention to history, and you ain't learning from your history. What they saying, we gonna repeat it. For me, it get worse. Like, look what we done did as people leading up to this. It don't matter if we have social media or not.
That is a great point.
People make the moves they make, and then that's what happened from the moves that people making.
Yeah. And if you repeat history, it's going to be worse the second time, like you said. That is an excellent point, man.
Because we could have social media, and it could be used for a totally different reason than it is used for now.
Yes.
Just depending on what we did as people. So when it'll just be something that like exemplify everything. But it's exemplifying the stuff that we've been on. We've been doing that as people.
Right. That's so true. Yup. That is so true. Yeah. But look, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all though, man. Excellent conversation.
Appreciate you, Cass, man. Listen, Josh, salute to you, bro. Y'all have a wonderful day, man.
When you coming on again, B3?
And I'll be back on tomorrow. It's gonna be a day show. Y'all subscribe to B3 Picks TV. I'm gonna log in tomorrow, probably around 11. Okay.
Okay. All right, B3.
Peace and blessings.
Likewise,
appreciate
fam.
you, y'all. Good to see you again. And appreciate you, B3.
Likewise, Cass.
Before we go, B3?
Nah, just God bless everybody, man. And remember, let's go green.
That's right. Okay. Appreciate you, B3. B3 Picks will be on tomorrow morning about 11. Subscribe to B3 Picks if you haven't already. Okay. And I appreciate everybody today. And tomorrow, we're going to do a little memorial show for Ricky the Hitman Hatton, who passed away. Okay. So in memory of Ricky the Hitman Hatton tomorrow. And it was a great show today, chopping up this weekend's action. And I appreciate everybody for coming through. Okay. Everybody have a great afternoon. Just Do Boxing probably already in progress. Everybody have a great afternoon. See y'all tomorrow for in memory of Ricky the Hitman Hatton.